want to see my daughter.
Michael Douglas, don't say a word. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Friday, only in theaters.
Hey, let's talk cars. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What does a girl know about cars? 2 things. 1, I don't like the thought of being stranded by one. And 2, Toyotas are about as reliable as vehicles get. And that goes double for Toyota certified used vehicles. Well, come on. Wouldn't it stand to reason that the best new cars make the best used cars, too? These vehicles get a 128-point inspection. I mean, could you even find 128 things to inspect? Then they add a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty from when the vehicle was first sold as new. And a year of unlimited roadside assistance. And right now, 5.9% APR financing for up to 5 years on any Toyota certified used vehicle. Tell you what, you don't need the girl gene to know that that's a bargain. So see your Toyota dealer. This offer won't last. And guys, if you don't know where your Toyota dealer is, please pull over and ask somebody for directions.
60 monthly payments of $19.29 per thousand borrowed for approved Tier 1 or 2 customers through Toyota Financial Services. Must take delivery by 10/1/01. See dealer for details.
Down here.
Hey, you're a goat. A goat in sunglasses.
I'm the Pied Piper of love, sharing botanical magic with anyone who wants to recapture the fire and desire they once had in the bedroom.
What do you have in the bottle? Like an all-natural erector set?
It's Pinnacle Horny Goat Weed.
Pinnacle Horny what? Are you serious?
A goat doesn't kid when it comes to passion. The safe, pleasure-packed ingredients in Pinnacle Horny Goat Weed provide a potent solution for love in the fast lane. People are saying it's the most potent and exciting herbal supplement they ever tried.
Hey, kiddo, fork some of that Pinnacle Horny Goat Weed my way. We're going to start a humpathon. Come on.
Get your own bottle. The news chick's checking me out. You never know. Pinnacle Horny Goat Weed, available at GNC stores. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
No, they call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
What do they call a hot dog?
Don't know. Didn't have a hot dog. Had one in Iceland, though.
In Iceland?
Yeah. Pretty good, too.
Good hot dogs in Iceland?
Yeah.
I look stupid to you?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's the truth.
What were you doing in Iceland?
Dog sledding, glacier touring, snowmobiling, horseback riding, relaxing in a giant outdoor heated blue lagoon. See, there's this midweek madness package, 3 days and 2 nights for $339. And dig this, you wouldn't believe the bars and clubs there.
Oh, man, I'm there. Is it cold? I mean, it is Iceland.
No colder than here. Hey, you ever put mayonnaise on French fries?
Midweek Madness includes airfare and accommodations. Call Iceland Air Holidays at 800-779-2899 or visit icelandair.com. Rates are per person, double occupancy, and do not include taxes. Some restrictions apply.
Wednesday, after the season premiere of 60 Minutes 2, critics give The Amazing Race 4 stars.
Go!
Real people in teams of 2 follow clues to unknown destinations and put their relationships to the test. A mother and daughter.
Anyone died doing this?
2 buddies from New York.
That's us. You're an idiot.
An engaged couple.
I'm having a heart attack. Come on!
Whoever said it was a small world never had to race around it. The Amazing Race. Then...
Here in Wolf Lake, legend has it that there are spirits called skinwalkers who can take the form of a wolf or a man. Some say it's just a story. But when the sun goes down in this place and the moon rises, things are never what they seem.
Get ready for a new breed of drama. Graham Greene, Lou Diamond Phillips, Wolf Lake, premiering after The Amazing Race.
It all starts tonight at 8 on CBS 2.
The station for sports guys, Don and Mike, Opie and Anthony, and Ron and Fez is this station, 102.7 WNEW, New York.
Broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan, where on a clear night you can almost see Lizzie Grubman begging people to carpool with her tomorrow. It's the Ron and Fez Show. And I'm your announcer, Mark Smelt. And now let's introduce your hosts, the guys who are excited about Michael Jordan donating his Washington Wizards salary to the disaster, till they realize the disaster he meant was the Washington Wizards. Here they are, Rob Bennington, Fez Watley, Radio's Uncola.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley.
Hiya.
With the Ron and Fez Show. With you till 11 o'clock tonight. Fez, you and I had a lot of things to talk about tonight. Some comedy pieces.
Yes.
Some open phones discussion.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take all this.
Oh, no.
It's ripped up because...
That's the paper I wrote open phone discussions on.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
That's your show prep. Give out the phone number and see who calls. Today, at approximately, I'll say 6:15.
Mm-hmm.
My most embarrassing moments in radio started. Being called in to the O&A show. The big show, Fezzy.
Oh, yeah. Summoned.
The show that is in Playboy and Rolling Stone. The show that is now syndicated in markets all over the country. And Fez and I are called into there not to hear, oh, Ron and Fez, you guys did a bit we really liked, or we'd like you to sit around and do some comedy with us.
Sure.
And be a guest on the show. But to be delivered an ultimatum because our producer is an embarrassment to us.
To be forced to become a liaison.
Right.
Between Anthony from Opie and Anthony and our producer, the fabulous Al Dukes, because, sweet Lord, a foosball table still hasn't been repaired or replaced, Al.
Now, I know this situation took place at least, Fez, a week, maybe 2 weeks before the tragedy.
I think it was actually the Friday before the tragedy.
Okay, so that's a full week.
Yeah.
Plus days.
Mm-hmm.
Al Dukes today brings in some kind of foreign foosball table.
I think made in Afghanistan. I haven't looked at the bottom of it.
It better not. If I find out it's a terrorist foosball table, I'm going to go insane, Fez. If it's any kind of Muslim's favorite foosball, we got a problem. Al, I'm going to call you over, and I'll just say this. Jeremy hired you. Jeremy can fire you, but it won't stop me from knocking you out. And right now, I'm going to ask that you stay over there because I'm embarrassed for the show.
The fact that we have to go on the air and deal with this when we didn't have anything to do with it. What happened was the Friday before the attacks, Al Dukes got drunk in here. He had to be physically removed from the show. In his fit of rage, he kicked over Anthony's foosball table and broke it.
Out of all the things to break in this place, Fezzy.
I know. There's a crappy lesbian couch out there that's ready to walk away on its own bacteria. And you couldn't have done anything to that?
How about running through the sports guy's office tearing up things? We could deal with that problem.
Sure.
I don't even remember doing that in the first place.
There's witnesses.
Al, you know you broke it. Do you believe that you broke it?
Yes, enough people have told me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I actually didn't even see you break it. I was on the air. I know that's insane to you. That Fez and I stay on the air instead of drinking and kicking over people's property.
So, Al, let us fulfill our obligation. We are delivering now the message from Anthony. You have 1 week from today to replace that foosball table with an acceptable brand, acceptable foosball table.
Well, this one that got replaced with is, from what I'm told, a very good
from
foosball.
Afghani Sports.
You were told this is a good foosball table.
Yes.
Did you were you told this by the person whose foosball table you broke?
No.
Wouldn't it be up to that person?
Yeah. I mean, when I talked to the guy who has these foosball tables, he told me this is like one of the top ones. So I just thought that would be, an acceptable one to replace it with.
And it's not. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know he's not happy with it.
Right.
It's different from Anthony's. It's completely different. It's not set up the same.
It's not the same game.
Well,
and more important, it's not to his satisfaction. Would you do this? Would you give him a table to his satisfaction?
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit down and talk to him and see what
he doesn't want to talk to you. He wants a table like the table that you broke.
But I'm not even sure that they make them like that anymore.
Don't tell me that you broke a classic table.
A collector's item? You smashed and pushed over and kicked? A collector's item?
I don't know if it's a collector's item, but I just don't think they make that brand anymore.
Based on what? All the foosball knowledge that you possess?
Well, when I was asking people and that I wanted to repair it in the first place, they weren't aware of that brand. So,
did you hear what Anthony said on the O&A show? That if you don't get one in 1 week from today that he finds acceptable, there's going to be consequences for you?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you believe that?
You'll be gone.
Well, I don't think he can fire me.
I'll tell you this. I am willing to bet that you will be fired. But I'll say this before that happens. I'll personally beat you up. I will sit on your chest and keep punching until Fez is screaming in my ear, enough, enough, and pulls me off of you.
I'll be screaming in your ear, here come the cops, let's get out of here.
Then, as I catch my breath because I'm so exhausted from punching you so long, I'll think, what am I doing? He's down. I'll start kicking.
Mm-hmm. And I'll hold your ankles.
Hawk,
that's for a different thing.
Hawk, go out and get me steel-tip boots.
Nice.
And then put a razor in each one. Just get the damn table, Al, and put this nightmare behind us.
It's been going on so long. It's almost a month.
Yeah, but the reason why it's taken so long is the first I was going to have it repaired, and then Anthony said that it wasn't fixed, even though I was told it was leveled out. So then I just had it replaced, and now this one isn't the right one.
Are you acting like you're a victim to this? You're acting like you're a victim.
No, not a victim, but I am doing...
It's a hassle? It's a problem for you?
No, but I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I was trying to get it...
Wait a minute. Is Anthony happy?
No, he's not.
Then how could you be doing what you're supposed to be doing after 3 weeks?
Well, both times that I tried to fix the problem, I thought that it was done and over with, and then it's not. I mean, the table that I got is a really good table.
That replacement?
Yeah. The one that I got put in here today.
Is it the one that he wants?
I'm not even sure exactly what one he wants, but that...
He wants his.
Why don't you... There's got to be a serial number on that or something, Al. Now, here's a question.
He doesn't like the one that you got.
But he hasn't even tried that one yet.
He's not going to try something with 3 goalies. He doesn't want it.
But I heard the guy on the phone even saying that 3 goalies is the professional table.
Look around here. Are we playing professional rules? He wants the one that he played on.
And he explained the difference on the O&A show between professional table and bar table.
I don't know where these professional leagues are at anyway. But I've never seen that table before.
Right, and I hope New York gets a franchise in the professional foosball league.
It's going to suck if they do. No one's going to watch professional foosball.
I think that's Vince McMahon's next step. Oh, Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie.
Oh.
Anthony's here. Anthony's here for the O&A show from Opie and Anthony. Thanks for coming in.
Okay, I was hoping to have you guys as the liaison.
Right.
And I think we fulfilled our obligation.
Yeah, you absolutely
we
have.
Passed the message.
You absolutely have. I was sitting in the office But when I find myself yelling at the ceiling where the speaker is,
right,
then I figure I just come down. I didn't try the foosball table that you had gotten. You're right. Why am I going to try something that it doesn't even look like the one I have?
But I think maybe the one you have is older, and the ones that they make today are completely
it's not old.
flat.
I don't care about the newfangled ones they have today. The newfangled ones.
It's like replacing this car and going, oh, now you don't have to shift.
Yeah.
This is automatic.
Maybe I enjoyed it. See, the problem is, you're stupid. Did you go on websites?
I talked
Did you
to...
Wait, no. Did you go to Yahoo and put foosball tables in the search engine? Hit search, and then see the tables that come up, and familiarize yourself with some of the brands of foosball table.
A little research.
A little research. Thank you, Fez.
No
a
problem.
little research.
Which would mean that you cared. You would care whether Aunt would
Thank you, Ron.
Did you do that at all?
No, I did not do that.
You didn't do that. Why should I figure you would have done that? Now, that would have let you know that those tables are still available. It's a bar table, and they make them still. Yeah, they make them still.
There's still bars, aren't there?
Right.
Something tells me what you did was you took the call from the first guy that said he had one and said, okay, bring it down. Because you don't really care, which is fine, Why should you care? Doesn't matter.
No, I do care.
Oh, stop it. You do now.
When I went to Yahoo, I went to look for shops to repair originally the first one. And that was when I was calling those people, they said they didn't know that brand of the other table.
Right.
And that generally they don't repair them.
You know what I like so far? You lost the bass in your voice and your eyes have watered up a little bit since Aunt came in.
It's getting a little...
You lost a little cock out of the walk, which makes me feel a little better about it.
If you really cared, it would not be Foosball Crisis Day 19.
It's unbelievable.
It's 19 days since he broke it.
How long this is going on.
But I didn't realize it was broken until I came in on the Monday.
You didn't realize when you flipped it over that it was broken?
I didn't realize I flipped it over.
You know, all the little drink holders on the side are snapped off?
And that was the best feature.
It was
such
great.
a good feature.
And, Aunt didn't bring that table here and go, hey, everybody, I brought my table and make sure you guys don't play on it.
No.
He left it open for everybody.
I wasn't going to be what they call, what's the word, a dick.
Right.
I wasn't going to be a dick about it and say, oh, don't play this. It's out there. Everyone's enjoying it, having some fun until Al Dukes tips it over and then spends, I think they replaced the space shuttle.
They
quicker
did. They
than
were
this.
up quicker. They were up quicker with the rings.
Than this is taking.
Well, then I realized Monday it was broken, and then Tuesday was the World Trade Center thing.
So you were busy meeting with Giuliani about an emergency plan, so that took some time away.
No, it was a full week before the...
Yeah, it was...
It was a full week before the World Trade Center.
So all I'm asking,
wasn't it?
Here it is. Here it is.
I thought it was the weekend before.
Get a table that resembles the table we had. Not a cheap one, and it doesn't have to be the gold-encrusted bestest one. It just has to be one that we're familiar with, comfortable playing on, one like the one we had. That's all.
But this...
It's easy.
Okay, the one I had is not a cheap one. It's like $900.
I understand. I don't care that it's more expensive.
Yeah. Let me just, for myself, you're saying $900 like you paid $900 for it. Did you pay anything?
Out of your ATM card?
No, I didn't pay, but I'm saying it's quality of it.
Then why would that man give it to you?
That I would probably mention him on the show.
On what show?
This one.
You get no mentions on this show.
And let me
Not
tell you
one
something.
mention.
You throw the $900 thing around. Ooh, that's tough.
Right.
I paid $900 for the table that I had. So it's the equal price thing.
No mention.
All right, so that's done.
So that was, I paid for that table that you flipped over without even thinking that someone had to have purchased that table. You really didn't think.
Yeah, the one you broke wasn't free.
All right, and now, by the way, I got enough people writing into me, too, that was a full week before the World Trade Center.
Oh, okay.
Full week.
Yeah.
So what happened in that week?
I was trying to find places that might be able to fix it.
For free.
All right, so I'm going to add 7 days to the...
How many
days? It's day 26, then.
Day 26.
Day 26.
Foosball Crisis, day 26.
This will never be resolved.
If this was a baby, we wouldn't be able to abort it anymore. That's
Right.
how far we've come along.
We're in the third trimester.
We're in the...
When I first got it fixed, I thought...
Wait a minute, you got
First got it fixed? Yeah, I heard this rumor that people had come up to fix it.
Well, the last time I spoke to you, you said that it really just needed to be leveled out.
Yeah.
And I know I can't do that, so I called in a guy from one of these places that fixes them, and then he said that it was all leveled. That he fixed it.
He didn't do anything. I heard
leveler.
I heard he put a level on it.
Here's what I heard. That some guy took something and wedged it underneath the playing surface by the goal.
A
like
CD,
not even
I
fixing,
heard.
Yeah, like a CD or something, using a shim.
Right.
Using a shim in one of the goals to try to lift the actual surface up instead of taking a wrench and turning the base of the legs to level it out.
I'm not sure exactly
Anything?
how he
Comment?
did it.
You're
but
not sure.
Someone had told me that he had...
Who's someone?
Yeah, who's
you weren't
someone?
even here for it?
Who's someone
You weren't
that
here
told
when
you?
the foosball table came in here today to go, oh, my God, this is a different kind. Please take this out.
No, both times they came early in the morning.
Why wouldn't you be here
8 o'clock.
if it was your responsibility?
Well, because I knew the guy that it would get taken care of.
Did it?
No.
Everybody's happy then.
And wouldn't this make sense? You talk to the guy, he goes, hey, I got a foosball table. Okay, what's the make and model of it? And then you pop it up on the internet, you print it out, you come to us and go, hey, is this table a good replacement for the one you got? And we can look at it and go, no. And then, your quest continues. I mean, you just assumed, and he brings it down that it's a foosball table.
Yeah, the replacement you brought doesn't have the legs that can be adjusted unless you add another cereal box, because that's what those legs look like.
And the rods, the holes that the rods go in there, no bearings. No bearings. Plastic bushings. Crap. 3-man goalie. I don't play 3-man goalie like that.
It's the kind of foosball they play on the planet Vulcan. You know what I mean? It's
Vulcan,
like you would start thinking it looks
three-dimensional
like,
foosball.
Like it looks like it should be foosball, but then they've taken this thing to a whole new sci-fi level.
It's the Kobayashi Maru of foosball.
Yeah.
3-man goal. There's no win situation.
I don't know what happens. The guy on the inside gets the ball. He's the goalie.
Right.
I have no clue how to play in that situation. So what's your plan of action? Now that an ultimatum has been thrown out? You have a week till next Wednesday to let's resolve this problem. What's the plan about? What's the first thing you're going to do to resolve this?
Talk to you off the air and
You
see.
just talk to him.
We're talking now.
I'm done.
No,
I'm done. I wasn't even going to come in here, but I was like I said, screaming at the speaker in the ceiling. So I came in here. Here's what it is. What are you going to do?
My plan was that I would talk to you just to see exactly what is different with this one.
Okay, I want a foosball table with quality bearings on the rods.
You gonna write this down?
One goalie. There you go. And not made like it's made out of, as Fez so eloquently put it, a cereal box.
Cereal box legs. We don't want cereal box legs.
Want the
Get
thing
the
nice,
man what he wants. You broke
level,
his table.
Professional. Nice.
Did he ever apologize even once for this, Fez?
I don't think there's been a public apology.
No.
And what happened to the tough guy talk with? What are they going to do? I can't be fired by them. They didn't hire me. What happened to that tough guy talk?
I didn't mean it as tough guy talk.
Tough guy talk.
I was just saying that I wouldn't think that was one of the consequences.
Well, okay. Whatever.
I didn't know. I wasn't trying to be a tough guy. I was just
that's cool. Whatever, tough guy or not, whatever.
Can't
be a consequence. I have no problem with that. That's fine.
No, I'm not saying that.
I guess we'll all find out in a week.
I'm not going to sit there.
We'll see who's got the juice here.
I'm not going to sit there and threaten that. I'm not going to sit there like that.
But
it's silly.
Am I able, if I have models or pictures of the ones, can I take them to you to say this one or... No.
There you
God
go.
damn. Holy
Now
smoke.
you're getting there.
The hamster wheel in his head is spinning. Yeah, now that is a great idea. Where'd you get that idea? Oh, crap. I just said it 10 seconds ago. Yes, if you print out the models of these things and run it past us, and we'll look at it.
But the reason why I didn't do it this time is the last time that I interacted with you guys, it was very angry.
I wonder why.
Here's something you could do, Al. What about a police sketch artist? And then you
Sketch
get
the table.
Yeah, you get a sketch of the table, and you take it around to different arcades and that sort of thing, and say, "Have you seen this table?"
Just the people I talked to, I told them what brand the old table was, and they said this one that I got was better. So that's why I didn't even think that I had.
The people you talk to.
Make this table.
The
They make
people
this.
you talk to. You know, if I don't even know a retarded enough analogy to put to this that you might understand.
Go to a Volkswagen dealer and ask him whether you should have a Volkswagen or a Jag, and see what you'd go driving out of there with.
Yeah.
Call up Heinz and ask what their favorite ketchup might be.
You see?
The dollar value of the tables were identical. And I don't even care about a dollar value of these things. I just want a table that we are familiar with, that we have played on our whole lives, and can enjoy. That's all. I don't care if it costs more than the one I got or less. Doesn't matter to me. But I don't want to look at one and go, oh, now we got to learn how to play all over again because of Al Dukes.
Sure.
I'm just not. I don't. The thing with the three guys in the back,
The three-man back,
right,
yes.
Right.
I mean, if that can
What's
be
confusing you?
What is? Yeah.
well, I just
yeah.
know. I mean, can they be adjusted? That
No.
you
No.
put one guy in the.
No, it can't be adjusted.
Son of a bitch.
When you look,
No, I'm just-
listen to me. Listen to me. When the ball rolls to the back of one side of the table, right? You see our table, the corners are tapered up, so when the ball goes up there, it can roll back down. If we take the other two men off of that three-man goalie, the ball will hit the corner, stay there, and you'll go up
forever.
Hey, look, it ain't coming down, and there's no guy there to get it because we don't play with the three-man goalie. You understand now?
Yeah.
And we don't like the three-man goalie because we've never played with the three-man goalie.
It's not our game.
Jesus Christ.
It's like arena football. Some people prefer it. I don't know.
Great analogy right there.
Right.
Thank you.
But if somebody who's an NFL fan, they're going to say, that's not my game. That's not the game I want to play.
Oh, but you'll get people that call up going,
Right.
hey, arena football's better, man. I don't know what's
Smash mouth. Yeah, there's more offense.
I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't care. I don't care what's better, what's worse. I want what I'm used to.
What's your next move, Al?
That I'm going to research the different tables, print out the diagrams of them.
Some options on different tables, diagrams, pictures, good, whatnot.
And then show you.
When can I expect to get the first few diagrams or photos left in my mailbox?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow or Friday. Definitely
Oh,
by
now
next-
it's tomorrow or Friday.
No.
Then why not just say by Friday?
By Friday.
You had to say tomorrow
By
or
Friday.
Friday.
I'll
No,
say by
then that's by Friday.
By Friday.
Okay, so now we're talking by Friday.
Definitely by Friday.
Then I will look at them, and then I have to wait till Monday to get back
That's
to you.
the beginning of his show on Friday.
Right.
So then I have to check it out, but then I got to wait until Friday maybe night at the quickest to get back to you which ones are acceptable, and then because you can't do this crap on the weekends, then you're going to have 3 days to secure the appropriate table. You're cutting yourself. I would make sure tomorrow I
set
have
your
some
little alarm
diagrams.
clock and come in here early and work.
There you go.
You know, Kurt Angle has his 3 eyes.
Yeah.
You're going to have your 3 R's. You're going to research, then reevaluate your options, then replace the foosball
Very
table.
good. The 3 R's.
Research,
Make a checklist.
reevaluate, replace.
Also, Al, I see that they're right there. You want to squirt a couple out for us before we go on?
No,
You
I
look
don't.
like you're ready to go.
So he's tearing up?
I think,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if
fair
you
enough.
squirt out a couple, you'll get rid of that tension.
You know what would probably go very well? Playing the tape of what he thought of me when he was drunk, before this whole thing happened.
Oh, the first time
That I
he
was the
started
nice
drinking,
guy,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
guy
right.
would have been nice to hang out with.
Friendly.
See
Yeah.
how quickly that changed when
Yeah,
you
what happened
when
with
you
that?
screw things up? I
What
had no
happened with
problem
that?
with you.
No,
I had no problem.
From the instant feedback, very important, don't forget the drink holders.
Right.
You know, I'm even willing to
No, don't be
forego
willing.
the drink holders.
Don't be willing.
No.
They're
I'd
yours.
be willing to.
That was
would
your
be a
favorite
plus.
part. That held your sand, baby.
It really did. Because you know something? I'll tell you. If there's no drink holders, where people put their beers? They put it on top.
Right,
You do the
then we have
shot. It
problems.
spills, ruins the table.
Right.
You need the drink holders on the outside. Okay, you're right.
You got to have
drink
this.
holders.
But why do this to Anthony's table? I know that you've always told us you didn't like Opie. Every time you get drunk, you run Opie down, but you would praise Ant.
Well, because I think that's the reason, if I could step in here. I think that's the reason. He knows that if he did something to Opie's property, Opie would really come down on him. I'm the nice guy.
Right.
What's he going to do? It's Anthony's table. Well, let me tell you, you pissed me off. I'm pissed.
No, I don't.
Do you believe him?
No, I do believe him. And that Monday that I realized it was broken, and I was coming in while their show was leaving, it was Opie was very angry.
Of course. Thank you. Look at that. Gets me my Sam.
Yeah. You liked here, Anthony. What can I tell you? You liked here. Not by, our producer. No. But then you don't have the power to fire him anyway. What are you going to do? You're nobody.
Understand that.
You're somebody whose table should be broken.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I don't have the power to. I can't go up to him and say, "Leave. You're fine."
Right.
Whatever.
We do have some of those clips. The first time Al Dukes went on a drinking binge. Now, these things are just labeled as Anthony.
Look how dated this is.
Right,
now,
I know.
Right?
So
I like everything since the tragedy.
See?
We had two tragedies.
There's 3 cuts here marked Anthony. So I'm not sure what they all apply to.
All right.
Anthony.
Anthony I like because he will talk to anyone. Interns, other producers. He's very friendly. He seems to be very happy with being in radio. I like him a lot.
Like you're lucky to be in radio.
Like him a lot. I'm going to break his stuff.
And somehow like you're lucky to be in radio.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Hey, seems very, he's very happy about that.
Right.
It seems like playing foosball is all he needs to be happy.
And I'll wreck that for him.
You son of a bitch.
We'll check out this cut from a drinking binge months ago. Who would you most like to go out and drink with, Al?
I would say that Anthony guy from the Opie and Anthony show. Seems like a nice guy. He's worked more of the blue-collar type of job for most of his life and seems happy that he's now in radio.
Again.
I'd like to go out drinking.
Like a lab. I'm like a lab with my tongue hanging out.
Right.
Just throw the ball.
Like Fred Flintstone's uncle died, and he suddenly has to just sleep in the house.
Yeah.
To get it.
I'm like Ralph Cramden. Me
Right.
a bag of shells. Easy come, easy go. When I had it, I went with it. That's me.
Here's one more cut. Al Dukes on Anthony. Al, this will be completely your opinion, but of the men at WNEW, who do you think is the most hung?
The most hung?
Yeah. Who do you think has the biggest unit?
I'm going to go
here
with
at WNEW?
Chuck from the radio show. I'm going to go with the stereotype of the black guy. I'm going to go with that one. Chuck from the radio show.
All right, that's a give me.
The radio chick show.
So who would be number 2 then, right behind Chuck?
Number 2. I'll go with Anthony.
There you go.
The man you want to drink with.
Sure. He seems like a nice guy.
A nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Which
So
has
you
nothing to do with the
Right.
whole schlong thing.
So
but-
because he's a nice guy, you sit around dreaming about his penis.
Yeah.
You make me sick.
No, you better
I was-
dream about
This-
that foosball table.
This is so embarrassing for me.
The only rod you better be dreaming about is the rods that'll hold the men that go through the table and better have bearings in there. That's it. Are we straight now? We got this all figured out. We got a plan of action.
By tomorrow,
We have
he'll
resolution. Yeah.
So I don't go right to you, though. I just put it in the mailbox.
Just put it in my mailbox. It's right over there. I will come in. I check that the second I get in.
Okay.
And I will make sure I'll go through everything. I'll write some notes down on it. And I'll put it in your mailbox.
Okay.
And you can get right on it.
Okay.
We're straight. This
Yes.
is solved now.
The important thing
There we
is
go.
to find the table immediately so you have as many days as possible to get it
To
here.
then get it. Because that seems to me the hardest part.
The
I would
delivery.
I would start on that tonight, Al.
There you
Start
go.
on it tonight.
Yeah.
Work through the night if you have
A
to.
little OT.
Okay.
Burning the midnight oil, they call that. I think.
Right, sure.
Sure.
I'll squirt a couple out too before.
I'm not squirting.
Please.
A little,
So close.
great.
I'm sorry this had to happen.
Well,
I'm sorry it came to this.
I'm just feeling better that the wheels are in motion now.
right.
I apologized that first day, but they...
Who's they?
Opie was just
Oh,
really
it's Opie's
shouting at me.
fault. Yeah, it's
no,
Opie's
I was apologizing.
You want us to grab the stuff you said about Opie when you were drinking?
No.
Because he's not going to forget.
No, he was very angry that day, and I was just telling him I was going to get it fixed. I apologized for doing it, that I was drunk, and I would get it fixed.
See, you're kind of right about me and Opie, what you were talking about. I am a guy. I'll just be, after this is all through with and my table's there, I don't care. It's not like I'm going to hang out and enjoy your company or anything, but I just won't care. You'll be like a non-issue in my life, and I don't care as long as I got my stuff. Opie, on the other hand, despises you. Despises you. Like it's almost too much for what you've done. Like I can't understand why there is a hatred that he has toward you.
When I did it, I was drunk and I was blacked out. I don't even remember doing it.
Blacked out. That's a good
convenient.
Yeah, right.
So you stopped
on
drinking,
beer,
right?
Blacked out on beer. How
Yes,
long
I
would
did.
that normally take someone? 6 to 8 weeks
out on
of
beer.
hard drinking?
I was drinking a lot quickly, though.
I'll tell you this. I bet you didn't drink a six-pack before all this happened.
How much did you have before you blacked out and destroyed property?
I was drinking from 7 till probably around 10.
How much?
3 hours.
I don't think it was a six-pack.
Really?
No,
in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because
I know some. No
we
one
started
else
out with beer shots.
No
An
one
hour,
else
that
in
was
the
just fun.
contest, including girls, got drunk.
Never mind blacking out.
And you were doing God knows what with that guy, and then beating up Anthony's foosball table.
Just because of your own insecurities about your sexuality, you then take it out on a foosball table.
Did you hallucinate and think the little foosball guys were winking at you?
Yeah.
Coming on to you?
Shaking their little foosball red and blue asses.
Right.
Something like that.
Embarrassment. What an embarrassment. Squirt 'em.
That stuff.
Squirt 'em. It's almost there.
We're waiting for a trickle, like the pollution
trickle.
Indian.
You know what maybe you should do when the whole thing's over is getting the 55-gallon drum. Maybe that's a way of
Might
saying...
be appropriate.
Would that be one way of
Maybe
making
that's your way
amends?
of apologizing to Opie. Getting the drum.
I've apologized. I will apologize again.
No, it's not working.
No, he won't even think about it. You could say, I'm sorry, it would sound like wah, 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 wah. It doesn't matter to him. Doesn't matter.
Because I know if it was me, I would say, I know this doesn't make up for it, but let me do what I can.
You would say, let me get in the drum.
Let me get in the drum.
Mm-hmm.
Would you throw that out to Ope?
No, I don't want to get in a drum.
As an olive branch?
So you would rather stay enemies forever?
No, I don't know why he's so angry, but I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would talk to him about it and wonder why.
This whole talking thing.
I know, no one wants to talk to you.
You do it so well.
Right.
I don't understand why.
Now you start to squirt them.
Let's check on what Al had to say about Opie and Anthony together months ago during a drinking binge.
Out of this whole place, who do you think would enjoy that website the most, though? Out of the entire WNEW place.
That was probably the Opie and Anthony themselves, in that they like those girls that run Full House. And these girls, this Molly Rama, appears to be the same age as the Full House girls.
Oh, jeez.
That's embarrassing. We got to get these things
So you're
labeled.
saying that we would enjoy some type of softcore child porn. That's good.
That's embarrassing.
Good. Yeah, no problem. Actually, he's right, but
But that's not the point.
That's
No,
not
it's
even
not-
the point
let's
there.
never tell him he's right.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, I apologize. Thank
you.
Since he
Everything's
won't,
done.
I apologize to you.
Everything is well. The wheels are in motion. I'm
Yeah, the wheels
excited.
are- I apologize. Now
I'm
you're
excited
happy.
now. It's
Now you see
happening.
light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I know. Within a week, we will be playing foosball on a nice, level, unbroken table with all 4 beers clinging to the side in their drink holders.
Nice, secure drink holders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I can't wait. There you go. There's your mission. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anthony.
Oh, no problem.
Fezzi, without a doubt, the most embarrassing episode that has taken place in a career by you and I, who have let's face it, we've lived outside the law most of our lives.
Sure. I've seen things in our career go on. I saw one day when Robert Goulet actually took a swing at you, Ronnie.
Right.
Less embarrassing.
Well, far less embarrassing.
Than what happened here today.
All I wonder, what was Jeremy thinking when he brought him into us? And why doesn't he do something about it?
Do you think this is an issue for Jeremy, Al?
I know you're part of whatever kind of, crop of infinity management types that they're attempting to grow.
I've met the types. It's a cloning process.
Right.
It's cookie-cutter management.
But this thing that started this whole problem was the drinking, which I've stopped doing. So there's there's not as much of an issue to talk to Jeremy about because that won't happen again.
So everyone's personal property is safe now.
All right, by the way, Dan from Hoboken has done the math, and he said, tops, you drank a six-pack.
Because Dan from Hoboken was here that night. We did all...
Going beer for beer with you.
Yeah, we did, 3 or 4 different drinking games.
I didn't...
And people black out maybe after a case.
But I didn't have anything on my stomach, nothing to eat that night before the drinking started.
People drink more than a six-pack before breakfast. On their way to the liquor store, they're taking a six-pack out of the fridge.
And not only don't black out, they actually function.
Oh, I'm embarrassed, Fezzy. I'm embarrassed.
It's humiliating.
And the stuff about Opie embarrasses me, too. Because those guys have been nothing but great to us. And I feel like this show has crapped on them time and time again.
When we did the overnights, the ronandfez.com,
yeah,
and Anthony would stop by, oh, my gosh, we would be so excited. It was great. It was an automatic best of, and it was a party.
And he would come in drinking,
right,
sit here all night with us, and never left breaking anything.
I hate the thought of having to cringe because you haven't settled things with Anthony. We used to have some great Afro shows. And I feel like you're a wedge.
Now you've made that uncomfortable for those guys to stop in here.
Because they had to look at you.
Where it used to be an open door, they would come in all the time. And now Opie doesn't like you.
Right.
And you forced Anthony not to like you. And what you just did here today, very disrespectful.
Poor Anthony just said, I wasn't going to come down here to this show. But you made him so furious.
All right, Fezzy. We've said it time and time again. It's an embarrassing situation for us.
Right.
For your sake, I hope you take care of it by tomorrow.
The clock is now ticking, and trust me and Ronnie, we can't stop what's going to happen.
Oh, I won't want to stop.
No, I'll have everything set by a week from today. New table.
I'd try to get it done sooner. I'd act like I had a 48-hour deadline. Or less.
People are actually writing in, a six-pack is what the designated driver drinks. And that is true. That's absolutely true.
Right.
Thank you, Brown. Let's take a break, Fezzy.
Okay. 877-692-1027.
Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW. 1027 WNEW. Right before Opie and Anthony, it's Don and Mike.
Joining us now in the main studio is the beautiful Shiloh, everybody.
With Gen, the photographer.
The Japanese-American.
When Gen walked in here, everybody knew that this guy was the photographer for Playboy. No question.
I thought he was the delivery guy for Hit Us Our Food.
Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara. Middays, 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here to tell you about Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner. The one product that's going to get you ready for fall. It works in 45 minutes, guaranteed.
Stacker 2, it'll get your heart beating like owls when Anthony walked into that door, Fezzy.
Oh, yeah, if you need the extra energy to get around the city looking for foosball tables all day long, Stacker 2, it gives you that extra energy burst. It'll get you through your workout or your work day.
Stacker 2. It's going to crush those cravings instead of 2 helpings or something. You'll just want 1. Stacker 2, if you're on the web, check them out at stacker2.com. That's Stacker, the number 2, WNEW.com.
Or you can give them a call at 1-800-LIGHTLINE. That phone number, 1-800-LIGHTLINE. 1-800-LIGHTLINE. Whether you want to lose 10 or 100 pounds, Stacker 2 really works. Our listeners have proven it. Stacker 2's everywhere. Pick it up at GNC, Rite Aid, Eckerd, Genovese, Vitamin Shop, ShopRite, and Stop and Shop. Get on the Stacker. Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
CBS Wednesday, after the season premiere of 60 Minutes 2, critics give The Amazing Race 4 stars.
Go! Real people in teams of 2 follow clues to unknown destinations and put their relationships to the test. A mother and daughter.
Anyone died doing this?
2 buddies from New York.
That's us. You're an idiot.
An engaged couple.
I have a heart attack. Come on!
Whoever said it was a small world never had to race around it. The Amazing Race. Then...
Here in Wolf Lake, legend has it that there are spirits called skinwalkers who can take the form of a wolf or a man. Some say it's just a story, but when the sun goes down in this place and the moon rises, things are never what they seem.
Get ready for a new breed of drama. Graham Greene, Lou Diamond Phillips, Wolf Lake, premiering after The Amazing Race.
It all starts tonight at 8 on CBS 2.
To help you evaluate all the features that come standard on the Saab 9.5, this right speaker will represent the right side or emotional side of your brain. And this left speaker over here will be the left side or rational side of your brain. Shall we begin? First off, the Saab 9.5 is turbocharged, which will have the right side of your brain sending chills down your spine. Yes? And your left brain will be delighted by safety features like the Saab active head restraint in the front seats and head and torso side impact airbags. The Saab 9.5 comes with a Harman Kardon audio system. The Saab 9.5 comes with traction control. With OnStar on board, you can make dinner reservations at the newest place in town and get directions to the restaurant so you don't get lost. Let's just say you'll fall in love with the Saab 9.5. It's a very intelligent car. People who test drive a Saab usually buy one. 1-year OnStar premium service subscription included. Call 1-800-OnStar-7 for system limitations and details.
Visit your Tri-State Saab dealer today.
In their selfless dedication to mankind, White Castle has resolved a dilemma that's haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious burgers in one big, beautiful box.
It used to be that we'd be eating with family and friends, and the burgers would get low.
Yeah, we'd go after that last White Castle like linebackers on a fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, like long-lost relatives on a lottery winner. Like a pack of Cape hunting dogs on a disoriented gazelle. Now, with the new 30-burger Crave Case, there's always enough for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry I did that pile driver on you, Grandma.
That's okay. No more brawling over the last burger. Okay.
Now it's a battle for the most burgers.
Why are you stepping on my
screen? Need to feed a group of really hungry people and still have enough to satisfy your own enormous craving? Then yeah, you're one of ours. Bring home the Crave Case today. It's new from White Castle. What you crave.
Hey, let's talk cars. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What does a girl know about cars? 2 things. 1, I don't like the thought of being stranded by one. And 2, Toyotas are about as reliable as vehicles get. And that goes double for Toyota certified used vehicles. Well, come on. Wouldn't it stand to reason that the best new cars make the best used cars, too? These vehicles get a 128-point inspection. I mean, could you even find 128 things to inspect? Then they add a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty from when the vehicle was first sold as new. And a year of unlimited roadside assistance. And right now, 5.9% APR financing for up to 5 years on any Toyota certified used vehicle. Tell you what, you don't need the girl gene to know that that's a bargain. So see your Toyota dealer. This offer won't last. And guys, if you don't know where your Toyota dealer is, please pull over and ask somebody for directions.
60 monthly payments of $19.29 per thousand borrowed for approved Tier 1 or 2 customers through Toyota Financial Services. Must take delivery by 10/101. See dealer for details.
1027 WNEW. Sports Guys every morning.
I will now break 2 Cinderbrook with bare hands.
Sam Stalling, Taekwondo world champion. Extra gum chewer for years. Except today.
I will now break this number 2 pencil with bare hands.
Extra. It's just gum. Until you run out.
CBS tonight. If you thought creatures that could change from human to wolf were only a legend, you've never been to Wolf Lake. New episode CBS tonight.
Some original thinking by Starbucks barista Frank Botex.
What I love most is, getting customers to smile in the morning. Starbucks is just a place to come and relax. Just kick your feet back. I mean, it's a second home. Starbucks is now in a grocery store, and what better way to just become your own personal barista at home? You go to the grocery store, pick up some coffee, take it home, let the aroma take over your body.
Your favorite Starbucks coffee. At grocery, at home, at last.
If you're looking for a Hummer, the ultimate sport utility vehicle, look no further than Paramus Chevrolet Hummer on Route 17 North in Paramus, the tri-state area's largest Chevrolet Hummer dealer, where over 1,000 Chevrolets, Hummers, and Corvettes are priced for immediate sale. Cars, trucks, vans, minivans, and SUVs, all makes and models are priced for immediate sale in Paramus Chevrolet Hummer's 5 indoor showrooms, including the famous Corvette Salon, where 70 new and pre-owned Corvettes are prepped for immediate delivery. Trailblazers, Tahoes, Suburbans, Avalanches, Ventures, and minivans, Paramus has it all and a lot of it. Over 1,000 vehicles are available to choose from, and to keep America rolling, receive 0% financing. That's right, 0% financing on every 2001 and 2002 Chevrolet. So before you buy or lease your next vehicle, think Paramus Chevrolet Hummer on Route 17 North in Paramus. Conveniently located minutes from the George Washington Bridge and Route 80, 1/4 mile north of the Route 4 and Route 17 intersection. Paramus Chevrolet Hummer, where service builds sales.
Ron and Fez at night, including Saturday nights, 102.7 WNEW. Ron and Fez, 102.7 WNEW.
Six days, 23 and a half hours left out. So that foosball table better be here. And I don't like to complain on the air, but if some sort of war breaks out, we're not going to get our information from VH1.
How many times are you going to tell them that?
I say it every day.
I mean, we all love when Eddie Trunk counts down the metal videos on VH1 once every 3 weeks.
You know, there's only so much I'm going to learn about what's going on in the world from behind the music, the Bangles.
And I've watched that twice thinking I was going to see a Cincinnati thing.
Not the Bengals.
Yeah, I get confused.
I understand.
Hey, Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Steve.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Listen, I was wondering, you guys said before that Robert Goulet took a swing at Ronnie.
You know, that's Big Mouth Fez, and you know what?
Can we never forget it.
The past behind us?
I was standing right there.
People party.
Uh-huh.
And that's all.
All right.
All right, so it's no big deal. What happened then?
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen happen in a radio studio.
But don't make me sound like I'm Joey Bishop.
I know, but
that me and Robert Goulet grew up together somehow.
We grew up watching Robert Goulet.
I never watched him.
And then he comes to the studio, takes a swing at you.
After hours of partying, though. I don't
know
blame
it started
that.
out nice enough.
I know, and if that's a swing, that thing that he threw out there.
Well, he didn't even get close to connect it.
Swings like a fish, huh?
Please. I have nothing. The stuff between me and Goulet is in the past, and I wish not to talk about it. Okay, Stevie?
Okay, boys.
Thanks, Steve. You should have been there.
Now, the Don Johnson fight, I'll go on it sometimes. As a matter of fact, didn't that just get brought up on some other look back at Don Johnson's life? People emailed me that, and I was just cringing over it.
Yeah, like biography or something like that.
I'll kick your ass. Come do it, pretty boy. Oh, God. You know, chemicals, they don't make you funnier. I think they make you meaner. And that had nothing on this. None of that was did I feel as embarrassed as today, Al?
When Anthony from the O&A show, the Opie and Anthony show, syndicated nationwide, has to come in here and say, take care of the foosball table you broke.
Hey, Kara, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Kara.
How are you?
Hey.
What can we do for you, Kara?
Is Al Dukes on some kind of, school work exchange program where he shows up at work in a short bus and then removes his
I got news for you, and this is the truth. Nobody in this building has the education. This guy has a master's degree in broadcasting. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
First of all, reach over and take his pulse, because that monotone of his drives me crazy.
Me too.
Does he realize he works for a radio station where you two and Opie and Anthony are the on-air talent, and you're the artist, your happiness and everything has to be just so you can do your job?
You're right. I never thought of it that way.
Well, he doesn't consider you guys a priority. He's always, Jeremy's my boss and you guys can't fire me.
You know, and I kind of blame that on Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy loves me.
So what? Does that mean you don't have to do a good job?
That means you can go around destroying people's personal property?
Are you his nephew?
No, I'm not related to him.
His niece?
No.
It doesn't matter if Jeremy loves you. People don't tune into the radio station to listen to you or Jeremy. They listen to Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez. They're the on-air talent. Do I have to describe what a radio show is to you, moron?
Thank you very much.
Kara, that comes in the 7th year of college.
Well, okay.
Right.
He hasn't
Thanks.
attained that year yet?
All right, thanks a lot, Kara. All right.
Yeah, I guess that's when he gets his doctor of radio, his Ph.D. He's only up to his master's.
Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
You two are a little bit responsible for what happened.
Responsible how? How are we responsible?
Well, you two Southern misfits gave him the beer to drink.
Yes, giving somebody free beer.
That's all.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to get a thank you for that.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that one.
Well, maybe Al could get Anthony something else instead of the foosball table. Maybe he can get him like a kitten or a Corvette. Maybe he'd be satisfied with that.
You know, that's actually the way Al's been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm going to definitely replace the foosball table.
I hope it is to his liking. Although, it's weird, a part of me hopes not.
Yeah, I know. A part of me hopes not, too.
Because I'd love to see the consequences. As I root from the sidelines.
Hey, Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Matt.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't like Al Dukes, but I got to give him credit. Anthony handled the situation with kid glove after screaming at him, calling him a bad words, a dick on the show. And Al Dukes calmly said, okay, I'll get it for you. Those two guys, Anthony and Opie, are a bunch of yo-yos. They have this...
I'm not going to sit around and make this worse. Al, keep your nephews off the phone.
All right. What's that, Aunt Madeline's kid?
Robert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, I'm calling to... Is this the Don and Ron show in Florida that I was on?
Who's this? Robert who?
This is Robert Goulet, sir.
Oh, my God.
It's Robert Goulet.
It's not Robert Goulet.
He's back.
Robert Goulet's voice is even deeper.
Would you like me to prove it to you?
Yeah. Put the straw up your
If
nose.
ever I'd leave you... How's that? No one else does that like me.
Thank
you.
you.
It just so happens I'm playing Westbury Music Fair. I heard the show, and I remember who the two of you are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Goulet. Very funny. You know, Fezzy, why don't bring up the past?
I will never forget that. Robert Goulet, gold chain, shirt open, dressed so nice, and then trying to throw down at his age. That was amazing. 877-692-1027.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I was just wondering, being that Anthony probably bought this thing on Long Island since he lived here, and Al Dukes is not doing so well at finding this foosball table.
He hasn't attempted.
No.
Well, wouldn't he call wouldn't it be smart to call the places that supply bars with the games to find out if they maybe have a used one or a reconditioned one, because that's the type it is, because bars close all the time.
That would be part of the first R of the 3R plan I've given him. Research.
Do you know the name of this unit that he had?
Have you even checked that yet, Al Dukes?
Yes, I did. It's Good Time Novelty, Inc.
Good Time Novelty?
Yes.
That's the name of it?
Yes, it is.
Sounds like a hooker's name.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, take care.
It may be a collector's item that you got there.
Right.
People are writing that into me. But here's the... all right, and if you go to the instant feedback, people are trying to help you. And the remote producers found one. Pantera's working on it for you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Everyone's looking to help a retard. That's nice. I guess everyone is kind of unified.
All right, here's the guy who says there's 120 listings for foosball tables on Yahoo. That's from Big Lou. Why haven't you done any of that, Al? He's writing it down now.
He just wrote down the word Yahoo. Like that means anything.
Yeah.
He just wrote Yahoo. Like Yahoo, a table's broken. Yahoo, I have a week. Al, what will happen? I see you're writing down Yahoo and you're going to do the research. What will happen if you are unable to pull this off in 7 days? Will you even bother coming in to face the consequences? Will you come in and face it like a man?
I'm very confident I will get it done. If I don't...
Will you wait till our show's on the air so we can broadcast the beating?
I mean, I would still
Here's another thing that kind of embarrassed me. Why wouldn't you say you're getting a 55-gallon drum? When you know that girls have done this before.
Right.
And it'd be your way of saying, hey, I want to be one of the guys.
I want to do one little thing to try to make up for it.
That's a big thing, I think.
All right.
Climbing in a 55-gallon drum?
Yeah, they throw crazy stuff in there.
Would you get killed?
No.
Would you be physically hurt?
I don't think so.
Then what's the big deal?
You're climbing in a drum. That's it.
Patty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Patty?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, it's Stalker Patty. How are you?
Fine. I have a simple solution, and it's based on common sense.
Okay.
Anthony, where did you buy your foosball table from so that I can contact them and get another one? Because chances are they have more in stock if they sold Anthony that one.
Great.
And it doesn't even take any research.
Now you have Stalker Patty making common sense.
Well, I wonder whose side she's going to pick in this situation.
Well, is there sides now?
There's no side. It's just a simple solution. Anthony, where did you buy your foosball table?
That's
simple
all you have to ask
question.
him. Yeah.
And that's it. You go there. Even if you have to take a train or a plane or whatever, you get there and you get it.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, just helping. Okay.
All right, Stalker Patty.
You're not going to be able to get that foosball table back on the plane with you.
Stalker Patty actually making more sense than the guy with the master's degree in broadcasting, which tell me they didn't steal your money.
No, I had a scholarship.
A scholarship. They paid for what?
There is hard-working people all over this country.
That scholarship yours is 2 years of not earning money. That's the way I say it.
You took someone's money and did that with it. You owe apologies all over. What scholarship did you earn? This I got to hear.
I really don't remember the name of it, but it was for the master's program.
I would love to hear what scholarship you won.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey guys. I just, it amazes me that this individual you have here, Al, is not really realizing that, first of all, he should have the results on Opie and Anthony's mailbox by tomorrow, 6 a.m. No
Yes.
ifs, no buts. If he was working for...
But I know you get that. No, you get that angry if you have something up and he was working for you.
I would instantaneously be dragged through the halls.
Right.
I just can't believe the how... Ooh, it's irritating. Having underlings behave in such a rude manner. And to top it off, you guys are the gods there. He has to be kissing... you know what I mean.
He can kiss ass, but he doesn't do that. You don't do that.
No, he has to. That's his responsibility because the firm cannot make earnings without you guys. And therefore, he has to, doesn't matter that Jeremy is his boss, he has to kiss you guys.
Thanks, Mike.
I know this place is unorthodox because it's radio and that's how it works. That's the nature of it. But if you break it down on the simplest corporate terms, one coworker went and physically destroyed another coworker's private property.
Right.
What would any other company or business do?
Has Jeremy even stepped into this yet?
No, but I told Jeremy yesterday that I was going to have I just brought it up myself. I said I was going to have a new foosball table delivered.
What did he say?
Great.
Thinking that it was going to solve the problem.
Yes.
And did it?
No, it did not.
Here's what embarrasses me. Did you go to the place and pick out the foosball table?
No, I didn't.
Were you here when the foosball table was delivered?
No, I was not.
This is why nothing gets done. Let me tell another Al Dukes story.
Okay.
So I say to him very on when he gets assigned to our show, What kind of guest do you see yourself booking on this show? And he says to me, I don't think guests work well on a radio show.
Really?
Yeah. And he says, you guys are funny. You go with it.
Huh.
Now tell me another big show, Fez, that says, oh, no, you don't want funny comedians and hot chicks on the show. It doesn't work.
I can't think of one.
What do you bring to the table? You don't do production? Do you write comedy?
No, I don't.
What do you do? I think all you do is narc us out to Jeremy.
No, I keep everything organized.
What's organized? The commercials? You don't do that, do you? Hawk does. What do you do? What's organized?
I'll go through sometimes the news and try to find...
The newspaper. Fez and I don't get in here till 7 o'clock at night. We've read the newspaper. No, or would you grab the news and then book a guest out of that? Oh, no. You know why, Fez?
Why?
You don't want to have people. You don't want a guest on the show. That's stupid.
What if, and I'm going to use this example again, Gelman on Regis and Kelly Ripa. What if Gelman said in a production meeting, you know what? No guests today. We're going to let Kelly just handle everything.
Right. Let her wheel and deal.
She'll know what to do. She'll know what to say. Could you imagine what that show would be like?
No, it'd be terrible.
If there was no producing at all, and it was left up to Kelly Ripa, who is gorgeous and God love her, but everyone in show business needs a producer.
I honestly wish you would have broke something of Opie's. I do. Because this thing would have been over right now. You'd be gone.
Yeah.
Hurt and gone.
It would have been done 26 days ago.
Your parents would be on, on TV with a picture of you saying he's missing, and people were going, was he at the World Trade Center? No. He pissed off Opie.
Right. Have you seen him? Have you seen this boy? This boy that actually looks the same age as us. He's our son.
It's time for you to move out of the house now. You're 32. When you're balding, it's time to get your own place.
Is that the sign? Is that nature's little reminder? That's nature's post-it. When your hair has all fallen out, it's time to leave. When you're balder than your father, it's time to go.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going? Ron and Fez, man. I just started listening to the show about a week ago. I love it.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, this wasn't what we had planned tonight.
No,
of course not. Yeah. What's his job anyway, Al Dukes?
I tried to find that out a few moments ago. What is your job?
Al, could you go through a job description of what time do you get in? Let's start there.
I come in about 3 o'clock.
Okay, what happens at 3 o'clock?
I'll go through the emails and the newspapers.
Okay. We've already discussed the newspapers, that by 7, if there's some news during the day...
He answers emails.
Everyone's heard it.
Which I normally do during the show. That's how difficult it is. While I'm talking with Fez and answering phones, I'll answer emails.
Yes, I get up in the morning, drop mud, and check my own. It's very quick and simple. What do you do with those emails? Have we gotten anything good out of those emails?
Sometimes the listeners have ideas for the show.
What's the last time you sent out an email?
Oh, the listeners have
the
ideas.
big-ass listeners.
One was going out tonight.
Well, that's not what I said. What's the last time you did one?
Before the World Trade Center.
All right. Why haven't you done one since?
Well, that week with the World Trade Center, I didn't want to send one out.
No. What happened yesterday when I said did you send out the emails? What did you say to me?
I hadn't sent one out yet.
Why?
Because I wrote one up and it has to get approved.
It has to be approved
by who?
By Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Now, Fez and I talk for 4 hours about anything that pops in our stupid heads, yet your stuff has to be approved to send a letter to say, hey, we're giving away free stuff on the show. Right. What has to be approved? Are you putting pictures of your penis in there? What have you done that makes him look over your shoulder like this?
No, he just likes to approve the content before it goes out.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
There's 4 hours on this show of content every night that doesn't get approved.
And I send people emails. Does he want to approve those?
I don't think so.
No, but a mass email has to be approved. That's just stupid, Al. IKEA boy writes this in, Fezzy, and I'm almost ready to start swinging. He goes, "Oh, come on, guys. Al gets great guests. Remember the waitress he got on the air because she worked at the restaurant Clinton went to one time? And the British hotel clerk who worked in Florida because there were sharks in Florida?" That's true, Al. There is not one success in your life. And the night you were drunk, you were screaming about booking Ed Asner 7 months ago.
Throwing that in our faces. Like that's some sort of badge of honor. You got to be ashamed of yourself. All right, Al. The emails are all deleted. You haven't read any of them. They're all deleted. What's next in your day? What time is it now?
Like 3:30-ish.
All right. What's next? And this big production day.
I'll sit down with Billy Staples, see if what he has gotten out of the papers also.
Okay, so now two people have read the paper that we're not going to discuss.
But, by the way, most people read the paper over breakfast. Yet we hire two people to do it and all day long.
You know, I'd love for you to come over on Sunday mornings and read the effing funny papers to me.
And I'll go through websites also.
What websites? Turn around. Is there a .com on the end of the show?
Different news ones. News websites.
Again with the news. Is this a news show?
No, but I like to make sure.
Anybody who's getting their news at 8 o'clock at night would have to be retarded.
All right, so now it's 4 o'clock. Now what happens?
4 o'clock, I'll call you guys to tell you what I have from the papers.
Oh, that's right. It's the 4 o'clock energy drain. Where you call and
what do I say to you when I'm at my home? You're killing me.
Yeah.
I say almost every night, Al, your energy is killing me.
And you call and you talk just like you're doing now, and you suck the life force out of two guys that had to be on the air in 3 hours.
I call it the half hour of hell.
That's only a half hour? I could have sworn it was 3.
The phone rings at 4 o'clock, and my kids will actually yell, "Daddy, don't answer it."
Oh.
They're thinking I'm going to die.
Okay. So now the half hour of hell is over, and there's a couple carcasses known as Ron and Fez left because the life force has been drained from their bodies. What happens then? What happens at 4:30?
Then I'll see what sort of things...
Fezzy, I wish you had a terrorist in that chair, because I love what you're doing.
If I had a light, I would shine it in his bald head to interrogate.
Sweet Melissa wrote in. Is he crying yet? Shall I come in and comfort him? Do you remember that at all, Al?
As part of your blackout?
That she was sitting here being nice to you the night you were crying?
Very faintly, very faintly.
She was the one who wouldn't leave your side.
And you cried hard in front of a woman about how hard your life is.
Was I crying or just complaining?
No, you were crying and complaining.
Both. She was the one who stayed and tried to comfort you. The rest of us wanted to dump you on a train and naked in that puke-stained sheet you were wearing.
Oh, God. Well, this show's destroyed, Fezzy. Let's face that. This show's destroyed.
Been on the air for almost an hour and 15 minutes and haven't even started it.
You know what? I'm knocking him out. I'm going to knock him out.
Roddy, don't knock him out.
I'm going to hit him.
Don't knock him out. You'll regret it. Wait 7 days. Give Anthony 7 days, Ronnie. That's all I'm asking you.
Al, give me one reason not to hit you right now. Give me one reason.
People don't do that in the workplace.
Do they knock over foosball tables in the workplace?
Do they wet themselves?
No.
No, they don't.
Do they put on blindfolds and start making out with other men? No.
No.
None of the things you do is done in the workplace.
As much as we wish. No.
And you know what I say? This is what kills me. I'll pick up the paper. 100,000 people being laid off. This guy has a job,
right,
reading the paper and standing there and literally every once in a while giving me and Fez the thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is going good.
Huh.
Where's Jeremy tonight?
Home.
Must be great.
That must feel good.
Yeah.
Did you read him the paper? Did you have time to do that before he left?
Does he ever come in and check on you since he's your boss and say, Al, have you read the paper today?
No, sometimes he'll come by and just saying hello, he'll say.
To his favorite boy.
What does he like? What does he say in you? Shut up.
That you wear the same size jeans?
Cliff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Thanks, guys. My phone battery's about to die here, but I just want to let you know I used to work with a morning show in New York City. I can do 10 times more than Al can with one hand tied behind my back.
What show did you work for?
I used to work over at PLJ with Scott and Todd.
What happened? Why did you leave those guys?
Well, I was interning while I was in college, and then there wasn't, unfortunately, a job for me when I graduated, and they couldn't create one at the time. So, unfortunately, I had to leave.
Unfortunately, did you hear that stupid blinch thing that they did?
The bench.
I think you're lucky. All right, you want to work in the business? Hold on. Give him Craig's swab. Here's what I want you to do. Bring him in, show him the ropes, and then tell him that he's your boss. Let him fire you, and then have him stand there while he cleans out your desk.
Yeah.
Would you do that for me, Al?
That's the way it would work. No. Hire him, have him type up your resignation as dictated by you. You sign it, turn it into him. That would be the perfect plan. Oh, I forgot to ask that guy Cliff if he reads the paper. I wanted to do it as part of the interview process. I want to make sure the paper gets read.
You know what? I'd like to have a paper in here now, give Al a test, and I bet he fails. Because I bet he hasn't read the paper. Al, I'm serious about Cliff.
All right.
Hire him to stand in front of you while you clean out your desk and don't steal anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Have Cliff write out one of those pink passes for you to get your own personal property out of the building.
Now, this would be Al showing this kid Cliff the ropes of the business. Over here's where I drink. Here's where I pee myself. Mm-hmm. This is where I knock over the foosball table. And then I got to get up every morning, read the paper, and do it again.
Here's Al.
Here's what you're going to need. The Post.
That sounds just like him.
Daily News. Oh, Times. Don't worry about that. And Newsday. You're all set.
Oh, yeah. A check drudge. He's always got some nutty drudge story that never comes true.
And see what you can find out about this thing called Yahoo.
And I'm like, Al, we're the 4th show on the air. Do you think that if there was some interesting, funny thing in the paper, that the sports guys wouldn't have done it, that Don and Mike wouldn't have done it, that Opie and Anthony wouldn't have done it? If you're the morning show, yeah, you're cutting things out of the paper. You're ripping them out. We're on 7 o'clock at night.
I think people have figured out the news by now. But you know what? Ronnie said it on the O&A show. We're saying it again here. All these guys on our show, not one does production.
Not one.
You know, is it a point, and it doesn't look like there's any prospects in sight. Is it a point now, Ronnie, where with the audience, we just lay our cards on the table and say, we can't fake it anymore. We don't have anyone on the staff that does production. We're looking for a creative guy, maybe who can, run into a studio, do a parody song, maybe a parody spot, some sort of produce a bit, and just add stuff to the show. Do we just pull away the curtain?
Maybe we come back and tell the truth.
All right.
What's happened to ourselves, Fezzy.
Okay.
We'll be right back. It's 102.7 WNEW, the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron, Fez, 1027 WNEW, 1027 WNEW. Drive home with O&A. Drive to work with the sports guys.
They're actually thinking about this spring doing a women's pro football league. And I know you don't like these two women, but let me just use it for the picture,
Tony
okay?
Saragusa with boobs.
Let's say you had Pamela Anderson running the fly pattern against Carmen Electra.
What would that sound like when they're running?
Oh, you're such a dick.
Sports guys Blaine and Craig. Mornings, 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here. What do we drink in this studio? It's O2Go, oxygenated, distilled drinking water.
O2Go, Fezzy. Real purity, great taste, no aftertaste. Without question, more refreshing, healthier than anything on the planet.
We like to keep things pure around here. O2Go has set the purity standard against which all other waters are going to be measured. Not even nature makes water this pure.
Want to keep going? get that pick-me-up, and stay healthy, guys, you're looking for O2Go.
You can check out O2Go in the original blue bottle. That's the delicious calorie-free essence flavors. Or their exclusive black sport bottle, which has even more oxygen for when you need it most. It's the oxygen that makes it so good.
O2Go, that's the coffee replacement. Get that perk-me-up without caffeine. You got it. It's called O2Go.
O2Go oxygenated distilled drinking water, distilled for purity, oxygenated for energy. It's called O2Go.
Do you want to see history? Well, history is always being made at Yankee Stadium. The 26-time world champion Yankees host Cal Ripken and the Baltimore Orioles this weekend in the Bronx. On Friday at 7:05, fans 14 and under will receive Part 2 of the Yankees comic book series sponsored by Deer Park Spring Water. Then on Saturday at 4:05, fans 14 and under will receive an Adidas duffel bag. The series closes out on Sunday with Kodak Fan Appreciation Day. Sunday's game is sold out, but there are tickets available for Friday and Saturday's games. Don't miss your chance at being a part of history. For tickets, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212. That's 212-307-1212.
Wednesday, after the season premiere of 60 Minutes 2, critics give The Amazing Race 4 stars.
Go! Real people in teams of 2 follow clues to unknown destinations and put their relationships to the test. A mother and daughter.
Anyone died doing this?
2 buddies from New York.
That's us. You're an idiot.
An engaged couple.
I'm having a heart attack. Come on!
Whoever said it was a small world never had to race around it. The Amazing Race. Then...
Here in Wolf Lake, legend has it that there are spirits called skinwalkers who can take the form of a wolf or a man. Some say it's just a story, but when the sun goes down in this place and the moon rises, things are never what they seem.
Get ready for a new breed of drama. Graham Greene, Lou Diamond Phillips, Wolf Lake, premiering after The Amazing Race.
It all starts tonight at 8 on CBS 2.
The station for sports guys, Don and Mike, Opie and Anthony, and Ron and Fez is this station, 102.7 WNEW, New York.
Honey, can we have dinner together?
When I get to my office, I'll check my schedule and call.
Call my cell.
If you don't answer, I'll page.
Instead of paging, email.
Okay, I'll email you, fax, I'll phone you, page.
No, you fax, I'll email, you page, I'll phone.
But first you fax my fax, I'll call your cell. You page my page, we'll both email. See, easy. Why can't we ever eat dinner together?
I'll fax you.
Get a Boston Market quarter dark meal with not just 2 but 3 sides for just $4.99 plus tax. Price, products, and participation may vary.
Great idea. I had picking up Boston Market.
I emailed you.
Oh, no, I faxed first.
No, I was the faxer. You were the faxee. That's how.
Boston Market. Slow down.
For every time someone said you couldn't do it, for every time they said you didn't have what it takes, prove them wrong. In the U.S. Navy, we'll challenge you. But more importantly, you'll challenge yourself. If you're ready, check out the Life Accelerator at Navy.com or call 1-800-USA-NAVY. It's the shortest distance between where you are and where you want to be. Navy. Accelerate your life.
No matter who I meet, they just don't seem to be right.
A cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee talks about finding that someone special.
You know, I'm not one of these hoity-toity double latte espresso types who can just hook up with any biscotti that comes waltzing by. I'm just me, the cup next door.
What this Dunkin' Donuts coffee needs is a Dunkin' Donut. So we brought them together in our coffee and 2 donut value combo.
I did meet this pastry a while back, but it didn't work out. Talk about flaky. Anyway, it made me realize I want someone who's soft and round and sweet on the inside. Isn't there anyone out there?
Watch them find happiness together. The coffee and 2 donuts value combo from Dunkin' Donuts.
Stop by today and try their new caramel apple pie and pumpkin spice donuts. Delicious as part of a 2 donut and medium coffee value combo at participating U.S. shops for a limited time only.
You wouldn't believe Jim last night. He was amazing. Really? I didn't sleep a wink. No.
It seems everyone's enjoying new extended pleasure latex condoms from Trojan. The only condom with a special climax control lubricant, so you can go the distance.
Could you stop at Randall's house?
Been there.
Gotta run.
New Trojan extended pleasure latex condoms. Trojan, the most trusted for longer lasting pleasure.
102.7 WNEW, Don and Mike middays.
Attention all men. Wife on your case? Girlfriend want you to commit? Kumad want you to leave your wife and marry her? Then come down to Man's Last Refuge. Hot 22. Hot 22 is New Jersey and New York's all-new XXX juice bar. Their girls are hot. They have to be because they bear it all. Looking for a girl in a bikini? Then go to the beach. If not, come join the ladies of Hot 22 as they celebrate their 6th anniversary from October 1st to October 7th. Mini ramens all week long. Prizes, food, games, and lap dance specials. Come down and join the party. Hot 22 is New Jersey and New York's only true XXX juice bar in the metro area, conveniently located on Route 22 West in Union, New Jersey. Their girls are nude all the time. Remember, it's 18 to enter, 21 to drink, and all major credit cards are accepted. For pictures, dancer schedules, or directions, visit them at hot22.com. That's www.hot22.com. Get up and come to Hot 22 in Union, New Jersey, and remember their slogan, all they wear is a smile.
In their selfless dedication to mankind, White Castle has resolved a dilemma that's haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious burgers in one big, beautiful box.
It used to be that we'd be eating with family and friends, and the burgers would get low.
Yeah, we'd go after that last White Castle like linebackers on a fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, like long-lost relatives on a lottery winner. Like a pack of Cape hunting dogs on a disoriented gazelle.
Now, with the new 30-burger Crave Case, there's always enough for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry they did that pile driver on you, Grandma.
That's okay.
No more brawling over the last burger.
Okay.
Now it's a battle for the most burgers.
Need to feed a group of really hungry people and still have enough to satisfy your own enormous craving? Then yeah, you're one of ours. Bring home the Crave Case today. It's new from White Castle. What you crave.
CBS Wednesday, after the season premiere of 60 Minutes 2, critics give The Amazing Race 4 stars.
Go! Real people in teams of 2 follow clues to unknown destinations and put their relationships to the test. A mother and daughter.
Anyone dies doing this?
2 buddies from New York.
That's us. You're an idiot.
An engaged couple.
I'm having a heart attack. Come on!
Whoever said it was a small world never had to race around it. The Amazing Race. Then... Here in Wolf Lake, legend has it that there are spirits called skinwalkers who can take the form of a wolf or a man. Some say it's just a story, but when the sun goes down in this place and the moon rises, things are never what they seem. Get ready for a new breed of drama. Graham Greene, Lou Diamond Phillips, Wolf Lake, premiering after The Amazing Race.
It all starts tonight at 8 on CBS 2.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
7 more days, all I gotta do is survive. The Al Dukes theme, we're Ron and Fez. It'll be interesting now. Anthony from Opie and Anthony, syndicated nationwide, has laid out the ultimatum. Replace the food table in 1 week or suffer the consequences, Al Dukes. It'll be interesting to see who goes to war first, Anthony or President Bush.
I'm praying that you don't get it, Al.
Why?
Then you'll be gone. Then you'll be out of our hair.
I don't know that I'll be gone.
I'm hoping that you come in here with a ping pong table and say, Aunt, here it is. That's my prayer.
Al, you know that a ping pong table's not acceptable, right?
Right. I'm getting a foosball table.
I'm frustrated right now, but I'm not going to let that get to me, Fez. You and I have a show to do.
That is true.
Not the show that we had planned. Forget that.
No, that's out the door.
Maybe we just let Al read the newspaper like he does every day at 4 o'clock at us. Tell them what, you know what? And my wife even said to me this before. You should tape the stuff you're saying to Al at 4 o'clock and let the listeners hear that. What did you tell us today, Al, at 4? Do you remember it all?
Yeah, I have a couple ideas.
What were they?
That GM's going to stop making, I believe, Firebirds and Trans Ams.
Firebirds and Camaros.
All right, so they're going to stop that. How is that a show? What do we do from there?
I just thought maybe other people that have had those kind of cars.
So now you want the listeners to call up and do a show for you. You have no opinion about this, but you're wanting people to call and give you stories.
Well, I didn't ever own one of those cars, but I thought if people had.
All right, let's suppose we believe you, and we say, hey, they've stopped making cars. Please call us up and entertain us. Is that a show?
No.
I mean, you watch Letterman. Does he say, here's a topic, folks. Please give me the punchlines? That's what you're doing for a living. You're asking them to fill in the blanks. Tell us your funny stories. About what? Camaros?
Yeah, just what it was.
Oh, I got laid in a Camaro? Or people come on, yes, I had a Camaro when I was 18. I had fun. That's radio to you.
Thank you for the call. Next caller. Oh, there is none.
So your idea of doing a show is little topics, little subjects that people call up and give their stories about.
Yes.
You realize you're in New York City?
Yes, I do.
And that's 6 years of, that's what you spent 6 years doing, of saying, I'll think of topics, and then people will call in and give me the best and worst stuff. Oh, God.
You would think in 6 years you'd have a better list of topics than Camaros.
Oh.
Al, do you know how exhausting that is to hear, knowing Ronnie and I have a show to do that night, and to hear, why don't you talk about Camaros? Ask the listeners if they ever had a Camaro. Do you know how that makes someone feel like they don't even want to get on the train and come in?
No, I didn't think it had that effect.
You don't think anyone listening to this program right now couldn't do the same thing? Come in with a topic an hour and ask people to call in? Best beer, give us a call. Fat girls, how do you feel about them? Give us a call.
I like beer better.
Okay, thanks for calling.
One time I had a beer and a fat girl in my Camaro.
Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Glenn.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
On Don and Mike, they had discussed Trans Am and Camaros. In fact, they did a whole big skit on it with the T-tops. So Al just has to listen to other shows rather than just.
Here's another thing.
Is that where you got the idea, Al? You called us at 4. Don and Mike have been off the air for an hour.
All right, boys, I got to go to work.
No, I hadn't heard that on there.
Well, they have they also read the newspaper. They do an earlier show.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the situation. Suppose we would have listened to you and said, call in your best Camaro stories. And people would go, like Don and Mike? Plus, they even just said they did a sketch on Don and Mike.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, but, do we ever get handed a sketch that we can go do?
No, because he doesn't have any production skills. Or writing skills. Now, we asked you to bring in somebody who was creative that could perform and do characters and stuff. How many months ago?
Probably 7 months ago.
Where is he?
I haven't found him yet.
Have you looked?
Yeah, I've got.
There's no one out there. There's no one out there that's good enough to work with you.
No one that I think would click with the show.
You got us one person. Reject from the Opie and Anthony show.
That's what we got. Who now you have put on reading newspapers.
He better not be. We better not have two people reading newspapers.
Well, we went through the daily job description. I read the papers, then Billy reads the papers.
Why are two of you reading papers?
No, he reads different papers.
And is he writing stuff like, tell us the best cake?
No, sometimes, he has different ideas that I wouldn't have thought of. So that's why I have him look through them also.
You're driving me nuts. Stop being monotone right now.
Good evening, fellas.
Breathe some life into yourself.
Okay.
Benny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Go ahead,
Good
Benny.
evening. Good evening, fellas.
Hi.
Heck, I can do character voices.
Please, you're killing me, Benny.
What kind of characters was it? What kind of characters did you tell them to go look?
Al, he seems perfect for your staff. 877-692-1027.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez, good to hear from you. Hey, Al, don't worry, it'll be easy getting a new job, easy like a Sunday morning. Can you say career suicide, Al? See ya!
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
That's what we caught him singing to one of the bosses one day.
I don't know if that's how it works in management.
And is that code, Fuzzy? By the way, thanks for everybody who's sending stuff with foosball tables in it, because Al hasn't done anything.
Seven days left to get that foosball table replaced with an appropriate replacement. 877-692-1027.
I think I'm... Damon, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Damon.
Hey, what's up? This is the Fat Girl Show?
Yeah.
Is that the subject now?
Yes,
That's our topic.
Oh, fat girls suck. See ya!
Okay, thank you.
So you like that topic, Al? Topic. I'm almost cringing at the thought.
I think that's lighting the phone.
The phone. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing, boys?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this show, I mean, it's getting dragged down with Al Duke.
I know. Please, I don't need that advice.
Look, you ready? You need young blood. I'm 17, 14-10 on the SATs, probably going to an Ivy League school. And let me tell you, I'm more than qualified to read a newspaper.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Now I feel we're being mocked.
I know. Kids are making fun of us. Marion, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Marion.
Hi.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Can I ask you a question?
What now?
Why do you have to pick on overweight women as a topic on your show?
Al, you want to handle that one?
It was your topic, Al.
Can we pick on follically challenged men or men with weight problems?
No, I was
now you got a fat lady mad at us, Al.
Yeah. You know what? I will admit that I'm fat, and I don't understand why it's politically correct to make fun of people because of their weight.
It's just, it was just one example I was
Fez,
throwing
how
out
many of the gates of hell did I fall into?
They keep opening.
This is your idea of radio. Fat women called in mad at us.
No, that
wasn't. Should we make fun of gay people? Is that okay?
Sure.
No, because it's not right.
Oh,
so why is it okay to make
I
fun
thought we were changing topic.
Yeah, I thought we were switching to a new topic, doing a segue.
I'm so glad that, like, America is coming together and, like, bridging the gap, the gaps of intolerance and promoting everyone to get along. And, it's still open season on worthless fat women.
Oh, my God.
Al, I hope she comes down here and eats you.
I will.
Why don't you eat her, Al, as punishment? You eat her.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys...
Oh, he won't do the 55-gallon drum, Ronnie.
But you know what I'm wondering now? Like, every...
Shut up, please, fat
Dang.
lady.
Have a sandwich and chill.
Cigar Dan wants a job. Has that ever worked out? Have we ever brought him in?
I
The
talked
man
to him.
producer.
The man producer I haven't spoken to until he gets Jack Nicholson.
Al, I know I'm going out of your expertise. What would someone need to be able to come in here and immediately know to do production? What kind of system, what kind of format do we use here?
We work with Pro Tools.
Pro Tools. All right, so that's out there. Because I know the guys on our show, they piddle. They tinker.
Yeah.
They tinker around in the production room. Nobody does serious production here for the show. Where they would go in and say, here's something that you didn't even ask for. Here's a nice extra. Here's a little bit that might make your show a little easier on you guys.
Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, what's the topic for the 9 o'clock hour, the new George Foreman grill?
Oh, I hope.
People are making fun of us now.
Hey,
how many burgers can you fit on that mother?
Most stand-up comedians would give their right nut to come in and, do a little stand-up and get a little plug. Why can't you just get guys like that coming in?
Or no guest. No guest policy.
It's too much work for Al to usher him in and out of the studio. That's the problem.
All right, thanks.
877-692-1027.
Terry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Terry.
Yeah. Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Great job, man. Hey, listen, this Al guy's got to go. I have a topic for you, military readiness.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, well, let's talk about the military readiness. New York City and New York State was attacked along with, let's just say, Virginia and Pennsylvania. I'm a member of the United States Navy Reserve. I'm Master Chief. And I want to tell you that everyone is pumped. We're ready to go.
Yeah, but is the president going to send you guys anywhere?
Well, let's just put it this way. I won't talk troop movement. I will say this. Everyone's ready to go. And once we get our orders, we're going to be good to go, and we're going to get the job done.
So you still haven't gotten any orders?
I'm not going to discuss any troop movement. I don't think anyone will.
All right, well, Terry, let me just ask you this. In your opinion, do you think...
Say again?
In your opinion, do you think orders are going to come?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of time. It takes a long time to plan a campaign. We're only 2 weeks into it, and I really don't think that our leaders nor the logistical systems can support just running in there and blasting this guy out of his hole.
All right, so the day that you're ready to go, give us a call, okay?
Yeah, one thing before I leave. Can I plug that biker event that I called in last week about?
Feel free to.
It's going to start at the Bergen County Courthouse, 9 a.m. on Sunday. That's the 30th. We're going to end up down on the river, a big, huge party. It's going to be a relief event for the World Trade Center victims, and it's run by Hackensack University Medical Center and the Nom Knights Motorcycle Club. More information, you can just contact website nomknights.org.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Terry. Take care of yourself.
Yep.
Fez, I remember, this is from Kate Keene on the instant feedback. Remember, take it easy, and Al yells at our boss, I'll take it easy. Easy like a Sunday morning. Kate Keene says that was a SpongeBob SquarePants line.
I've never seen that show.
That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
You're not stealing from the SpongeBob now, are you?
No.
Eight 877-692-1027. It's Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW. 1027 WNEW. Drive home with O&A.
Bush gets on TV. He's using the term war. Yeah. A war has been declared against the United States. And you know what? I'm not seeing war. No one on the opposing side getting killed. I don't like that war. I like the old war better. I like the old war where their people died more than our people died. We win. Good war. Right? Great war.
Opie and Anthony every afternoon on 1027 WNEW.
If you've got a dirty, clogged air filter under your hood, you're choking your car and killing your gas mileage. Pick up a new Fram air filter from AutoZone today. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Showtime presents an all-new series about 5 friends over 15 years. From 1993 to 2008 and back, you'll get to know them backwards and forwards.
How did I get here?
Leap Years. Sundays at 10:45 Eastern and Pacific, right after Queer as Folk, only on Showtime. Showtime is one of 10 great channels in the Showtime Unlimited package. To order, call 1-800-SHOWTIME or log on to SHO.com.
Ron and Fez here telling you about Stacker 2. It's the world's strongest fat burner. It's the only product that works in 45 minutes, guaranteed.
Stacker 2. Well, time to get back to reality and get ready for the fall with one product that works in 45 minutes. Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
The natural appetite suppressants you get in Stacker 2, they're going to stop your cravings, plus give you extra energy to get through your workout or your work day.
You heard Fez. Stacker 2 works. One little yellow capsule, 45 minutes. You'll feel the effects.
That's right, guaranteed. Stacker 2 curbs the appetite and crushes the cravings. Instead of 2 helpings, you want just 1. You eat what you want, you just eat less.
Log on to stacker2.com. That's stacker, the number 2.com.
Or give them a call at 1-800-LIGHTLINE. That's 1-800-LITELINE. Stacker 2 is everywhere. Pick it up at GNC, Rite Aid, Ecker Genovese, Vitamin Shop, ShopRite, and Stop and Shop. Get on the Stacker. Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
Time. The nemesis of all who travel. At the MTA, we understand this, so we do everything we can to rush you to your destination as quickly and reliably as possible. And Grand Central North, with 4 new exits out of Grand Central Terminal, can get you closer to all the things you want to see and do above 45th Street. On the other hand, there's a lot to do at Grand Central Terminal, too. So it's highly possible, with all the beautiful new shops, European-style market, and wonderful restaurants to experience, you may say, what's the rush? MTA, New York City Transit, Long Island Railroad, Long Island Bus, and Metro North Railroad. One system that gets you where you want to go. And with MetroCard, faster, easier, and less expensive. MTA, going your way.
Hey, we're the guys from Smooth Melodies. You've probably heard some of our tunes.
This one playing is ours?
Yeah, we're the guys who play the music you hear when you're on hold.
On hold music, but you might not be hearing too much more from us.
Not with Nextel Direct Connect. It's that digital two-way radio feature on Nextel phones that lets you get right through to any Nextel customer in your local calling area.
Mm-hmm. Friends, family, co-workers, anyone. And that hurts us bad.
Apparently you even save money because you won't chew up all your cell minutes.
No, why do they have to come up with stuff like that?
Nextel Direct Connect just saves too much time. No one's being put on hold anymore.
Which means no more of our sweet brand of funky hold music.
Nextel Direct Connect. Get right through. Visit Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL9.
Get free incoming calls when you sign up for a Nextel free incoming call plan by September 30th, 2001. New activation credit approval and a 1-year promotional agreement required. Shop at Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL9. Phones by Motorola.
1027 WNEW. Sports Guys every morning.
Men, when was the last time you took your wife or your girlfriend shopping? No, I'm serious. Look, I've been thinking about my own personal flaws lately, and it dawned on me just how selfish I can be sometimes. I mean, let's face it, us guys do tend to take our better halves for granted, and taking them shopping would be a great way to show how much we care. So I propose that Thursday, October 4th, be named Take Your Honey Shopping Day. Oh, yeah. It turns out October 4th is also the day Tool Territory opens at Sears. Tool Territory at Sears is America's #1 tool store with over 18,000 tools, over 75 brands, not to mention hands-on tool displays and knowledgeable tool experts. But just remember, guys, it's her day. That's Take Your Honey Shopping Day, Thursday, October 4th, sponsored by Tool Territory, only at Sears. Where else?
Yes, Thursday, go inside the secret world of the CIA.
Every day we're not in the news is the day we've won.
Agency, premiering after CSI, CBS Thursday.
If you're looking for a Hummer, the ultimate sport utility vehicle, look no further than Paramus Chevrolet Hummer on Route 17 North in Paramus, the tri-state area's largest Chevrolet Hummer dealer, where over 1,000 Chevrolets, Hummers, and Corvettes are priced for immediate sale. Cars, trucks, vans, minivans, and SUVs, all makes and models are priced for immediate sale in Paramus Chevrolet Hummer's 5 indoor showrooms, including the famous Corvette Salon, where 70 new and pre-owned Corvettes are prepped for immediate delivery. Trailblazers, Tahoes, Suburbans, Avalanches, Ventures, and minivans, Paramus has it all and a lot of it. Over 1,000 vehicles are available to choose from, and to keep America rolling, receive 0% financing. That's right, 0% financing on every 2001 and 2002 Chevrolet. So before you buy or lease your next vehicle, think Paramus Chevrolet Hummer on Route 17 North in Paramus. Conveniently located minutes from the George Washington Bridge and Route 80, 1/4 mile north of the Route 4 and Route 17 intersection. Paramus Chevrolet Hummer, where service builds sales.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Fez on 102.7 WNEW.
Hey, Fez.
Hi.
When we're trying to deal with this today, a lot of people writing in saying that they hear it getting to you.
Oh, tonight on tonight's show?
Yeah, that you're not the normal Fez tonight after, what we've been dealing with for the last couple hours, which is basically the slow sinking of a career that we took years to build.
Right. I think what actually got to me is when we did the O&A show today. And, of course, Anthony, still very upset about his foosball table. I understand that. I share in that frustration. One thing he said that really got to me was when he told the story about last night looking for an intern, how we never get the hot interns. Yeah. And Ronnie said it on the air. We got a call within 30 seconds. We had a chick intern lined up when Al said he's never been able to come up with one. The frustration of doing this show in that one moment finally caught up to me. The days of Ron and Fez being expected by their staff to just crack open the mics for 4 hours and be funny, those days are soon coming to an end. People are going to have to contribute if they're going to be on this staff.
Now, did you cock block that girl so she couldn't come in?
No, I talked to her, but she can't do it till next semester.
Right. Sure.
But I did talk to her.
I'm going to believe you. I'm literally going to believe you. I'm sure you told her she can't do it till next semester.
Sounds like a block job to me.
Yeah, it's a block job. Scotty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, listen, you guys normally you guys keep me upbeat and everything, and it's been pretty rough out there the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
But you guys gotta hang in there.
God forbid, Scott, you should be. God forbid we should ever not just be your little puppet boys jumping up and down and making you happy. Is that it?
Yeah. Come on, I pay my taxes here. Come on. I want a war, too, but, we need some
If
comedy.
you pay radio taxes, someone's ripping you off, my friend.
There's no cable radio yet.
Some guy stops by here once a week. What do you say? I'm supposed to stop paying him? Stop payment?
Jimmy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, guys. Did you say the producers of the show? Is Billy Staples getting dragged into this mess now?
Billy, of course, is Al's fine, which we found out. He's really Opie and Anthony's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But Billy's good, man. I don't hear Billy screwing up everything.
All right, thanks for calling.
I was just a little disappointed in the contributions from Billy so far.
You expected more from Billy?
I just thought it'd be more like funny jokes and funny angles on things.
You realize that that's your job, though, right?
Well, I go through the news and stuff to come up with things that I think would be funny, though I'm not the funny
girls.
one.
Fat girls. As soon as we use one of your things, some lady calls us screaming.
Right.
Not hearing the rest of our show. And she just hears the word fat girls and decides to turn on me and Fez.
And it's probably gnawing on our building right now.
And by the way, we would never do the show Fat Girls.
Right.
That topic.
Oh, that was just an example.
But that example, look how quickly you're turning people against us.
Right. So I thought I would, find the stories that look like they would be funny. And
what
then
stories? You mean out of the paper?
And then websites and things like that.
What website? Drudge,
and then there's the different news websites also.
Why should the newspaper start our day? What does that have to do with us at 7 o'clock at night?
Just in case there's something in there that we don't miss.
How could we miss it by 7 o'clock at night? It would be impossible. There's been 3 news TV shows on by that time. All the news is done.
And Al, do you think Ronnie and I don't read the paper in the morning?
No, I would think you do.
So pointing out stuff that we've already seen in the paper, saying here's an article, isn't producing the show.
Troy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Troy.
Hi, guys. I have 4 years of college radio experience, significant use of Pro Tools, and the best part about it, I could do Al Duke's job from home.
No, anybody could. We literally should have a producer in Iowa to read the paper.
But here, this is the best part of the offer.
Yeah.
I can work for you guys for a week from home. I'll send you in produced bits, all the good stuff. If you like me, you keep me. If you don't, you're stuck with Al Dukes.
Right,
and then in a week, he'll be dead from Anthony anyway. So.
All right, yeah, hold on, Troy. I'm not saying no to nobody.
You're not ruled out at all, Troy.
I'm not even ruling out the 17-year-old kid.
Right, who's ever on the phones, get Troy's information on line 9.
One of the things that bugs me, though, why can't we have hot chicks in here like O&A?
I know. The cast of misfit toys that came in here with our last intern crew, now we have an intern who disappears at weeks at a time.
Right. Friday fright.
Right. And we said, what about the hot chicks that we can display, you know? Have
Hot
something for the audience.
Fezzy, we can't even get hot donuts. How can we get hot chicks?
I remember that night. And it's, there's none available. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's Mary, O&A's hot new intern.
Right.
The same breath that says it can't be done, we get introduced to a hot new chick intern.
They're interns. It looks like Charlie's Angels. Rachel and Mary, unbelievable.
Yeah, they're cute.
No, well, you're cute. They're hot. You're cute in your own whacked-out way. Billy, what is it? I see you in here, and you just, you're staring daggers at us. What's going on?
How did I get lumped into this category with Al?
Because we're cleaning the slate.
Wait a second. Don't include me with, please, I should say, don't include me with...
Who's your boss?
Al's my boss, but don't...
Then why would you say don't include me?
No, I mean, don't bring down... I mean, you have no idea. I just brought in a folder right here of ideas and bits and whatever that I am plopping right here. We're willing to go through.
Let me see the folder.
All right.
All right. It's in a big folder that just says fat chicks on the front.
And like yesterday...
That is not a topic. I'm going to say it for the last time.
So, I mean, to think that nothing's getting done, lots of stuff is getting done, you just may not be knowing about it. And to say that, you know what, you're a little disappointed with what I brought to the table, Al, isn't really fair because you don't know funny if it hit you over the head with a spade shovel. And, you know, I bring you ideas that I think would be great on the air, and you don't, you know, and you make the decision. You don't pass them on to Ron and Fez. They never hear about them. They sit in limbo in my computer. And it's like, well, where's the productivity coming from? It dies on your desk.
So you're saying more C blocking?
Call it that if you like. Comedy blocking, definitely.
What I'll do is I'll go through those and see what I think would fit. And if I don't think it fits, I don't even, no need to pass it along.
Al, how long have you been up and back in New York now, out of curiosity?
Like 7 months.
All right, how long have you guys been here for, what, about 2 years now?
Mm-hmm. Not 2 years yet, about a year and a half.
Okay, but I've been listening to these guys since they've been here. I think I know the show very well. Mm-hmm. Very well. I've been listening when they were on overnights and then when the afternoons, middays, and I was lucky enough to come on board. Now you're starting to make
me cringe. Now you're hurting me about the way my own career is going.
Well, no, that's not my intention. My intention is I know this show very well. I know comedy very well. I was brought on to do a specific job, and it's turned out now I'm being brought in an hour earlier every day to make sure that I read the papers and cut out articles.
What is with the papers? I don't even want to see a paper in here again, Al.
I know, the
obsession. If I see a paper, I'm going nuts.
Monday he comes to me and says, look, can you get in an hour earlier so you can go through the papers?
Yes, it is.
What time you got him coming in now?
Between 2:30 and 3 o'clock.
I was here before Al today.
Ronnie, this is what I love. So tonight we have heard the entire game plan is reading the papers. All right? All day long, read the papers, do the show. I know just last night or the night before I asked for something that was in the paper, and nobody could find it.
Huh?
All this paper reading, and nobody knows where anything's at in the paper. And can't produce a newspaper at the point where I want it. That's Dave's insanity sauce.
Here's the other thing, Fezzy. You and I have been now talking about this since 6:30.
Uh-huh, right, yeah.
6:30 since the embarrassment on the O&A show.
We got humiliated on a nationally syndicated show.
I'm not going to go through all that, Fez. I don't want to relive it.
And now our show is gone tonight because somebody kicked over a foosball table in a drunken stupor rage and now has brought everything out into the open.
Right. We don't have anybody that can do production. We have 5 people on the staff to all read the paper together, I guess.
Well, I mean, we all look at different papers and some of the different websites.
And does any of it get on the air? I'm willing to say zero has ever gotten on the air.
How does it work? Do you cut out the articles?
Yeah, I'll rip them out.
How many articles have we used tonight?
Tonight, 0.
Any night.
Sometimes we use them.
Name one time.
I mean, I can't think of one right off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
I wish this was a court of law.
Right.
Bianca, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Bianca.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, dear.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad for him. I'd be totally crying right now if I were Al.
He was going to squirt some out when Anthony came in here, and I saw you. And I want you to cry so bad.
I just give him so much credit for it. And
credit?
Yeah, well, at least for not crying. I mean, I would have been under a
You have to be human to cry.
Not C-3PO.
He didn't cry during the tragedy. He felt nothing.
I'm sure he felt something.
Did you feel anything, Al?
I mean, I was sad that it happened, but I didn't know anyone that was involved.
All right, that's enough. I can't hear that
I'm
part
sorry.
out.
And I do have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Why don't you have just a weekly meeting for the next 2 or 3 weeks and go over what you do and don't like about what he and Billy are doing?
This is the meeting right here. We don't like anything that you're doing.
The meeting's going to be held from 6:30 to 11 tonight. I hope everyone can make it.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with your meeting, and
thank you.
Keep up the good work, Al.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good work.
One thing I hate about how things work around here are the meetings.
Right. He wants to meet all the time. Like, he wanted to just have meetings with Anthony today. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get together and talk. And I don't want to talk with you.
He wants to have a meeting on Monday when he told me to come in early. He said, I want to set up a meeting with you, too, before the show every day.
Meetings.
Is that the master's degree mentality? Have more meetings?
Here's another thing.
Is it Infinity Junior Management courses?
I did not know until tonight that Billy had a problem with Al. You came in here furious about the way he treats you.
You know, there's stuff that, you know what? All the stuff when I went out on the street, when I went down there, all the DAT tapes I made, none of that ever got listened to or brought on the air. I went out over Labor Day weekend and interviewed a lot of people, about going back to school shopping.
Did you listen to his bit, Al?
No, I saw he had typed up what it was, so I saw what it was. And I just didn't think it fit with what we were doing.
How much time did you spend on this?
4 hours on the Saturday and 2 hours on Labor Day itself.
That would
on
be
Labor Day weekend.
Right, so 6 hours. And you wouldn't even give it a listen?
Well, I had a printed out version of kind of what was all in the tapes.
So how long what did he say to you,
I never wrote that up. I wrote up the one downtown, I never even wrote up the one because it was too lengthy and it was like to go through it. I gave you the general idea of what I did and stuff. But, I mean, I went out on my own time.
Why wouldn't you listen?
It was on one of those digital audio tapes, and I'd have to go into the production room here, which is filled up a lot.
All right, let's bring Rory down the hall. I want to hear if Rory's happy.
And that's, one of the other things we're talking about that is the one time when Rory and I went to do some production together for the show and we were doing the Dickie Goodman thing.
Right.
Oh, no. All right, fine. For that
We're bringing up one victory after another, aren't we?
No, I'm saying, as time was going on, he go, you guys done yet? You guys done yet? I got stuff that has to be done for the show. We can't get time in the production room to produce something for the show because it's always something else. There's no allocated time.
Who is supposed to give you time in the production studio?
No, it's not. When we're in there, it's always doing something else.
Okay, so you do have time in there. It's just Al's pulling it
There's time allotted.
Yeah.
To the Ron and Fez show.
But it's only Rory in there, and he's got a ton of stuff to get ready for the show and stuff.
What is this ton?
I don't know.
None of it makes the air. All right, here comes Roy. Roy Hampton's good-looking, wealthy young man who's, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Right, really doesn't even need this job. More of a hobby.
It's a hobby for him.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Roy, I'm going to just ask you one thing, Al. Tell me what you think of him. I want to know the truth.
Well, I noticed exactly what Billy's saying, how, sometimes we'll have ideas where we'll want to do something, and, he'll kind of be like, I don't think we're going to go that way tonight.
Al, why not give the kids a chance to fail? Let them create, and if they fail, they fail.
Well,
and we go on from there.
No, but isn't that what is happening if they create and then I'll say I don't think it fits? Then
not if you don't listen
to the drawing board.
What drawing board? There's no drawing board radio. What do you think we are? We're drawing here?
The tapes Billy's referring to, I saw what they were all about. I knew the topic and the subject. It didn't seem like it was something we would do here. That's why I didn't, waste more time in going through them all.
Billy, how long was your bit when it was all done that you wanted Al to listen to?
It never even got done.
It was 6 hours.
It never got done, Fez. No, it never got done.
Oh, okay.
There was never time to do it. There was never time to do it. So
all right, let's go back to Roy. You think he's an awful person, Al?
No, I don't think he's an awful person. I get along with him, just as a regular person. But I know one particular thing. Me and Billy decided to sit down and talk to Al about all these different things. And
a meeting.
Yeah, a meeting.
Another meeting,
A meeting that we wanted to call together to go over some things that were bothering us, some things that we might just be able to clear up.
All right, this may be one thing, for this on-air meeting that goes till 11 tonight. I hope everyone can stay.
Mm-hmm.
What frustrates you about working on this show? I know what frustrates me, being expected for me and Ronnie to crack open the mics with no help and talk for 4 hours. Without anyone adding anything to the show.
And I'll say this, Al. I've just listened as I'm coming into work. I turn on Opie and Anthony, and they're like, oh, thank you for being in today. Thank this person for being in today. Thank the band for being out there. Thank all the promotional stuff. I mean, they're kicking ass. There's all kinds of people coming in and out of that studio. And you're telling us guests don't work on the air.
Well, I mean, a lot of the guests I don't think are very interesting.
All right, so they slow Opie and Anthony's show down. Your guests.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
All right.
Colin Quinn yesterday, who's getting national news because he's doing the stand-up show with Seinfeld. That's the slowing the show down.
I mean, occasionally if there's a guy on
All right,
there.
so that's a good guess.
He's all right. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy over Colin Quinn, but...
Did you hear him?
No, I didn't hear
it. It was pretty funny.
I think he's a funny guy. I didn't hear that segment.
Do you think the guests slow Letterman's show down? Do you think that's a big problem?
You're a Letterman fan.
I am a Letterman fan, and I would always catch, if I had to miss something during the show, it'd be when he was talking to a guest.
When he's talking. I just like when it's quiet. All right, go back to your thing, Fez.
All right, that's what frustrates me. I don't think that people who are called producers are producing on the show. All right?
From me with Al, I'm just pointing it out.
Okay.
His personality sucks the life out of me, the life force that I need, Fezzy, to feel like a human being.
Right.
At 4 o'clock when he calls me, he sucks the life force out of me so that when I hang up this show, I look at my family and I go, kill Daddy.
Oh, no.
I go,
you
know where
Daddy.
I go, you know where the gun is, you know where the pills are. Kill Daddy. And they're going like this. I won't do it. I won't. I tell you, I won't.
Good for them. Do not kill Daddy. If you're listening, do not kill Daddy.
Get the sharp knife.
Stay away from those knives.
I'm going to cut my throat. I just talked with Al Dukes.
For a half hour, you've got someone wanting their kids to commit patricide.
All right, so that's it. You make me feel like every show's going to suck because you're so depressed.
Are you depressed, Al? You sound depressed.
No, I'm not much of a phone person.
Then why do you insist on the phone meeting?
How many times have we told you the phone meetings are over?
Oh, I scream it every day.
Have you guys heard us say that? And he's always going, no, we need the phone meetings.
No, I think
Jeremy thinks the phone meetings are a good... Fezzy, go get the sharp knife.
No, I won't do it.
I'm going to cut my throat.
Don't you do it.
Get me that bag of pills I keep.
No. They're gone.
No, I think they're a real good idea. It's just maybe I don't communicate well on the phone. I'm not much of a phone person.
Then let's not do it.
When we got the word that we were going to evenings, my first thought was, well, thank God the phone meetings will end.
Right.
The 9 a.m. phone meetings will end.
Because when the 9 a.m. phone meetings were on, I used to be kind of sleeping in my chair.
Right.
I'd have some coffee, I'd have Regis on, and I'd just hear, Al, I'm looking at the paper, and I was thinking that the NASDAQ was down, so I'll just ask people what good stocks are. And I'd be going like this, knowing that Fez and I would just come in here and just start running as fast as we could at noon.
Right, and I know one time I thought I got cut off. That dial tone that was in my ear for 15 minutes was Al speaking.
God, I hate that dial tone voice.
And I thought, we're going to evenings. This is simple. Whores and beer.
Right.
Why do we need a phone meeting?
Right. Big-breasted broads, beer, rock bands. That's what we said to you from the beginning, right?
Right.
A non-stop party. We want to do
Dean Martin's old show.
We want to do some sort of party thing every single night. It's the only way a night show works. Fat chicks and Camaros. Rory Hamptons, what's frustrating you working on this show?
Well, I'm only 24. I've only been in this business for a very short time, and I'd like to... I know when I first started, I always wanted to just, go out and just try my own little things. But it seems like, when I first started doing, like, production things, they were never used, so I just...
So you just stopped trying?
It's like, why even bother anymore?
Did he tell you why they weren't being used? Did he say, look, I've got this 6-year degree, and I ran a sports show into the ground?
Nah, he just didn't think they were funny.
And took a one-time... overweight lesbian who was on top of ESPN and made sure that she was on the beach for the next 2 years.
No, he
never said, here's what you need to change.
No, he just
no direction.
No.
Okay.
Rory, I know in my own career I've spent the first 15 years of being in radio doing production. I always went in there and was hands-on myself. I thought New York City, market number one.
Sure.
I'm probably not going to be expected.
Don't need to.
Right. I finally reached a point in my career where I don't need to do that sort of thing. There's people. And I know that the only way to get good at production is to go in there and just spend hours. I had no idea you guys were being pulled out of production and rushed through it because the paper needed to be read.
All right, hold on. I'm going to go to line 4 here, so so this issue can come up. Oscar, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys? Call holder 1098 here. Gracias. Now, what I got to tell you, what frustrates me as a listener is the fact that every other show has promos and keeps getting pushed on the other shows except for you guys. And it really bothers me because I love you guys.
All right,
you guys
Al,
make my nights great.
You want to tell the reasons
where's
why?
The promotion?
Why the promos aren't running?
Why every other show has a promo but ours?
I don't like the just having the clip promos.
Oh, that's hard.
All right, so what do you want to do?
A clip promo is you take something that happened on the day before show and you put it in a promo form.
Right.
Which every show uses those.
Right.
But you guys weren't even doing that before. You guys were doing the great with the...
Right. And what happened there, Al?
That was wonderful.
What happened there?
Well, we did did those other promos for a while, and then we wanted to change it up a little bit.
Who's we, me and Fez?
No, I thought we should change it up a little bit.
Right. And you said you and Jeremy came back and said our promos were cut from what to what?
They used to be, I believe, 30 seconds, and they were cutting them back to like 22.
22. So you're asking me and Fez to come in and be funny in 22 seconds. So we said that's not going to work. You can't set it up. Even though we used to do all this extra work to get it done.
We wrote our own promos so that they would be unique and different from what you heard on the rest of the station.
And you lopped them down to 22 seconds, and we go, well, we can't do those kinds. And we do, right? Because you guys have taken away ours. And you guys have yet to answer us.
Right.
Yet you sit down with Jeremy, and I know it's like a little team there, and you go, have you decided what to do with the promos? And we just look at you guys. We'll go, no.
Because, when we did those other promos, on a very special Ron and Fez, that we a lot of times had trouble fitting it into the 30-second thing. Now you've taken a full 10 seconds off. It just won't work. By the time you spit out on a very special Ron and Fez, you're down to 15 seconds.
Now, here's what I like, too, Fezzy. He's saying, I want something else. Well, make something else. Why are you telling me and Fez what you want? You and Jeremy, you have all this college behind you. You sit down, do research, and say, and here's what I said to him, and I said to Al, right? I go, why don't we do this? Opie and Anthony, huge show. Why don't we throw it into their big hours and say, look, we'll do something during our show. If we say a certain word, bring up a certain topic.
Right.
That you'd have to be listening to that show to hear. If you hear our show, call in, win money. Al goes, I've never liked promotions where people call in and win money. I go, in all the years of radio, since Marconi, the one promotion that works is we've got money to give away.
Right. I think Marconi actually gave away a lira for listening.
Or he'd never have anybody listening. And yet you're telling me that doesn't work.
I've never listened to a station because they were giving something away. I've never tried to call in. So all
right, so when we go, all right, we have tickets. No one calls?
No, the phones light up.
But you wouldn't call.
Right.
So by that, you're thinking it doesn't work because you personally wouldn't do it.
Right.
Donna Mike's 100 caller. Dumb idea. Dumb idea because they'll never get 100 calls. You see what I'm saying, Al? This stuff gets done because it works, especially when you're trying to introduce a new product to people who haven't tried it yet.
And in this type of business, you can't take something away without saying, here, replace it with this.
So the Opie and Anthony audience, who would normally turn off their radio at 7 o'clock, would go, wait a minute, I hang around for an extra hour, and I have the chance of winning $500. During that hour, they might go, you know what? This show's pretty funny. Instead of turning off my radio at 7 o'clock, I'll give this show a try. I'm not making this up, Al. This is as old as marketing.
They hooked me with the money, and now, wait a minute, I think I'll stick around.
Just, I know me personally.
I'm not asking you personally. You know we're not doing the Al show so we can please you.
Right.
All right, let's go into Billy. Billy, what annoys you?
Billy, what frustrates you working on the Ron and Fez show?
The fact that when you talk to Al, he doesn't take what I say seriously. I'll come up with suggestions, and he'll think about it and go with a stare off and then go, no, I don't think so. It's like even when you guys were on vacation. Rory and I came up with a couple ideas. Rory said, oh, that's a cool idea. We talked to Al, and it's just like, no. We were going to make the extra phone line in the office, a confession line. We had a whole thing for people to call in with confessions, and they could leave it on the voicemail, and we could use them. We could play them on the air, kind of like an FU line like O&A do.
Well, that's a stolen bit, so I wouldn't do it.
All right, but I say there was an idea that we had, and we were also going to do something with the U.S. Open with Anna Kournikova. We were going to get a big Anna Kournikova cut out and
This is perfect. Explain this, and people will realize why I said no.
Okay.
And didn't even bother.
All right, that's fair.
Okay, this is just two that I have, okay? We were going to get an Anna Kournikova cutout and get a bunch of big-ass card members to come down, and we're going to cut out holes in specific areas, like where her privates are, and have people come down with a tennis racket and try to win prizes, hitting them through the openings.
Hitting tennis balls through the opening?
Through Anna Kournikova's privates. Just to have something for big-ass card members to do something, to have some kind of event, to do something on the show instead of talking about news and stuff. It's, okay, not even big events. When George Harrison supposedly died, do you remember that a while back?
Well, I remember when they thought he was dying.
Yeah, but then there was reports that he had died, and the next day we came in and said, oh, we got to get clips from the Holy Grail when they said he wasn't dead yet. Where it says, I'm not dead yet, I think I'm getting better.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Al goes, well, I never saw the movie, we're not going to do it.
Al, are you kidding me? Because you haven't seen the biggest comedy of all time, we can't do stuff?
Well, I just don't understand what the reference is, and I'm sure there's other people out there that wouldn't get it either.
Name one.
I mean, people. I know there are people.
Look, people don't like Monty Python.
Oh, no.
Because Al doesn't.
But don't you understand?
We understand. You're trying to do bits, and since he doesn't watch movies or read books or live in America, he's gonna cock block him every time.
When we come back, ask me about the big ass lotto bit.
That's another reason to be mad.
Right. C block.
C block.
877-692-1027.
We're Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW. 1027 1027 WNEW. Drive home with O&A. Drive to work with the sports guys.
They're actually thinking about this spring doing a women's pro football league. And I know you don't like these two women, but let me just use it for the picture,
Tony
okay?
Saragusa with boobs.
Let's say you had
bigger boobs.
Pamela Anderson running the fly pattern against Carmen Electra.
What would that sound like when they're running?
Oh, you're such a dick.
Sports guys Blaine and Craig. Mornings, 1027 WNEW.
Just because summer's over, looking good doesn't have to be. Get back to reality. Get ready for fall with the one product that works in 45 minutes guaranteed. It's Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
Billy Staples, tell me the truth. What is it that you like about Stacker 2?
You just love it so.
Oh, it's amazing the way the extra rush you get in just 45 minutes.
Right.
It's a great pickup, especially when you're tired at night, when we work the late hours.
Do you find yourself eating as much?
Definitely
with
not.
Stacker 2?
And when I come in that extra hour early now to read the paper, it gives me that extra kick I need at the end of the night.
I'm happy for you.
And you're a man with several cravings.
Oh, more than we could probably list here.
Let me ask you this. Did you get it by going online to stacker2.com? That's stacker, the number 2.com?
Or did you call 1-800-LIGHTLINE? That's 1-800-LITELINE.
I did it both.
Nice.
Nice. Good.
Stacker
Good for
2,
you.
Fezzy, it works.
That's right. And Stacker 2 is everywhere. Pick it up at GNC, Rite Aid, Eckerd Genovese, Vitamin Shop, ShopRite, and Stop and Shop. Get on the Stacker. Stacker 2, the world's strongest fat burner.
May I have your attention, please? This is a message for toddlers only. The rest of you can go about your business.
This weekend, Old Bridge Township Raceway Park presents the 25th Annual Fall Auto Show and Flea Market, New Jersey's largest. It's more than a swap meet. There'll be more than 3,000 vendors of all kinds of hard-to-find parts and goodies. If you're building or restoring a car or just want to browse, you'll find exactly what you want. The swap meet runs all 3 days from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Saturday, it'll be street rods, custom cars, vans, 4x4s, lowriders, and race cars. On Sunday, antique stock production cars through 1986 and classic cars, but there's more. See the cars you haven't seen in a while. Hot rods, 48 years of Corvettes, Thunderbirds, Fins from the 50s, and muscle cars from the 60s and 70s. Sports cars, all the cars of your teens and your dreams. More than 1,000 cars in all. Get the latest One-Ad Press for a special 2-for-1 admission ticket to Friday's Giant Swap Meet, courtesy of One-Ad Press. It's the 25th Annual Fall Auto Show and Flea Market this weekend. Remember, car lovers, it's your weekend, but please, no pets. At Old Bridge Township Raceway Park, 2 miles north of Englishtown, New Jersey.
Have you ever had a pink Prozac? What about a tartini? Or better yet, how about a black and tan martini? Thought they didn't exist? Well, then you've got to go to Mix Lounge and Food Bar. Mix is the new place to go on the Jersey Shore, located on Brighton Ave in West End, Long Branch. You'll experience a relaxed but way cool atmosphere. The owners, Sam and Michael, will make you the drink of your dreams, from the classic martini drinks to their original fruit-infused martinis. Once you get there, you won't want to leave. Plus, they're open for lunch Thursday through Sunday and open for dinner daily, with fantastic light fare including appetizers, salads, pizzas, and sandwiches. Want to impress your date this Friday or Saturday night? Then you've got to go to Mix. Taking a trip to the Jersey Shore for the weekend? Then be sure to stop by Mix. Mix Lounge and Food Bar is located at 71 Brighton Avenue, walking distance from the beach. For further information or to get directions, please call 732-923-9100. That's 732-923-9100. Come to Mix and get your fix.
From 20th Century Fox and Regency Enterprises, Academy Award winner Michael Douglas.
Who is this?
What's your worst fear, Nathan?
We have your daughter.
Joel Siegel calls Don't Say a Word excellent. And Larry King says it's a masterpiece, a thriller to end all thrillers.
I want something from your patient. She has a 6-digit number locked away in her troubled mind. I need that number. You need your daughter back.
Elizabeth, my name is Dr. Conrad.
She's been in and out of institutions for 10 years.
I need you to help me.
You want what they want, don't you?
The answer's right in front of you.
You can't just flick a switch in the girl's head.
Don't show fear.
I will get you the number.
Don't question.
Is it a telephone number?
No.
Is it a code?
You want what they want.
Is it a place? What is it?
I'll never tell.
I want to see my daughter. Michael Douglas, Don't Say a Word. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Friday, only in theaters.
You wouldn't believe Jim last night. He was amazing.
Really?
I didn't sleep a wink.
No.
It seems everyone's enjoying new extended pleasure latex condoms from Trojan. The only condom with a special climax control lubricant, so you can go the distance.
Could you stop at Randall's house?
Been there.
Gotta run.
New Trojan Extended Pleasure Latex Condoms. Trojan, the most trusted for longer-lasting pleasure.
Ron and Fez at night, including Saturday nights, 102.7 WNEW.
Carrot Top here with 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. Hey, have you ever been in a NASCAR race?
They come out of turn 4 to start.
What's this?
The pace car is leading them back into pit roll.
Attention, race fans! We're at the payphones to teach you how to steer your collect calling fingers safely with 1-800-CALLATT.
Just dial down the center with 1-800-CALLATT and save big bucks on every call.
Savings are just dialing 0 with MCI for interstate calls.
In their selfless dedication to mankind, White Castle has resolved a dilemma that's haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious burgers in one big, beautiful box.
It used to be that we'd be eating with family and friends, and the burgers would get low.
Yeah, we'd go after that last White Castle like linebackers on a fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, like long-lost relatives on a lottery winner. Like a pack of Cape hunting dogs on a disoriented gazelle.
Now, with the new 30-burger Crave Case, there's always enough for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry they did that pile driver on you, Grandma.
That's okay.
No more brawling over the last burger.
Okay. Now it's a battle for the most burgers. You're stepping on my screen.
Need to feed a group of really hungry people and still have enough to satisfy your own enormous craving? Then yeah, you're one of ours. Bring home the Crave Case today. It's new from White Castle. What you crave.
How long has it been since you've had an adventure? Probably not since right after
college, when you took a year off to bum around and live life
for a while. Before you got the
job, got married, and settled in for the American
dream. Couple of kids, couple of cars.
And a mortgage. And here you are,
25 years later. The kids are out of the house.
The mortgage is under control. And it's been that
long. Maybe it's time for a little midweek madness in Iceland.
Horseback riding,
snowmobiling, dog sledding, glacier tours,
plus fine dining, art and culture,
4-star accommodations, spas, and a wide-open nightlife.
Whatever moves you, you'll find it in Iceland.
Midweek madness. It's like one of those road trips in college.
Only better.
3 days and 2 nights in Iceland. Just $339, including airfare and accommodations. Call Iceland Air Holidays at 800-779-2899 or visit IcelandAir.com. Rates are per person, double occupancy, and do not include taxes. Some restrictions apply.
Only the best deserves to be showcased. And now your Chrysler dealer is showcasing our most award-winning lineup of vehicles ever during the Chrysler Showcase Sales Event. Now get financing as low as 0.9% APR for qualified buyers. Or get 1.9 APR for thousands in finance savings. Or get generous cash allowances, including a $2,500 cash allowance on Chrysler 300M, the legendary sports sedan. We're showcasing more outstanding values on Concorde, Sebring sedan, and the award-winning family of minivans. From Chrysler Voyager, America's most affordable minivan, to Town & Country, the best minivan ever. Take advantage of 0.9% APR financing with big savings or generous cash allowances. Hurry to the Chrysler Showcase Sales Event today. Then, showcase an award winner right in your own driveway. Offers include Town & Country EX, best minivan ever claimed based on AMCI overall weighted evaluation of 2001 Town & Country versus similar equipped 2000 model year minivans. Call 1-877-PROVE for details. Residency restrictions apply.
Well, that was a productive meeting.
Yes, I'm glad we finally come to an agreement.
So why don't you have your people call my people?
That's what I was going to say.
Sign up for a Nextel free incoming calling plan, and you'll get free incoming calls for as long as you're on the plan.
So your people will call my people?
No, have your people call my people.
You know, I'm not sure my people are up to the job of calling your people.
To sign up for a Nextel free incoming calling plan, starting at $69.99, log on to Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL-9. You'll be able to take more calls than ever and expand your business. Nextel, how business gets done.
All right, then. Your people will call my people.
Not if yours call mine first.
Credit approval and new activation required and subject to terms of a 1-year promotional agreement. Phones by Motorola.
Get free incoming calls when you sign up for a Nextel free incoming call plan by September 30th, 2001. New activation, credit approval, and a 1-year promotional agreement required. Shop at Nextel.com or call 1-800-NEXTEL-9. Phones by Motorola. Attention all men. Wife on your case? Girlfriend want you to commit? Kumad want you to leave your wife and marry her? Then come down to Man's Last Refuge. Hot 22. Hot 22 is New Jersey and New York's all-new XXX Juice Bar. Their girls are hot. They have to be, because they bear it all. Looking for a girl in a bikini? Then go to the beach. If not, come join the ladies of Hot 22 as they celebrate their 6th anniversary from October 1st to October 7th. Mini ramens all week long. Prizes, food, games, and lap dance specials. Come down and join the party. Hot 22 is New Jersey and New York's only true XXX Juice Bar in the metro area, conveniently located on Route 22 West in Union, New Jersey. Their girls are nude all the time. Remember, it's 18 to enter, 21 to drink, and all major credit cards are accepted. For pictures, dancer schedules, or directions, visit them at hot22.com. That's www.hot22.com. Get up and come to Hot 22 in Union, New Jersey. And remember their slogan, all they wear is a smile.
Do you want to see history? Well, history is always being made at Yankee Stadium. The 26-time world champion Yankees host Cal Ripken and the Baltimore Orioles this weekend in the Bronx. On Friday at 7:05, fans 14 and under will receive Part 2 of the Yankees comic book series sponsored by Deer Park Spring Water. Then on Saturday at 4:05, fans 14 and under will receive an Adidas duffel bag. The series closes out on Sunday with Kodak Fan Appreciation Day. Sunday's game is sold out, but there are tickets available for Friday and Saturday's games. Don't miss your chance at being a part of history. For tickets, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212. That's 212-307-1212.
Ron and Fez. Frequency 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez.
Life is unfair, so I just...
877-692-1027. I never know that song went on. Oh, yeah. It's more than just Malcolm. I had no idea. I thought that's where it ended. So speaking of You're Not the Boss of Me Now, Al, your employees have been really taking you to task on what they're upset about, actually accusing you of stopping them from doing their jobs. I'm talking about Roy Hamptons and Billy Staples.
I know they say they expect in those positions when they're doing writing or production stuff that some of the stuff...
They don't respect you.
But some of the stuff's going to get shot down, and
You're
have to know
Bruno
that...
Kirby to them in Good Morning Vietnam. Lieutenant Steve? Yes, you're Lieutenant Steve. Oh, Frenchie. Oh, Lieutenant Steve. Oh, Frenchie. Lieutenant Steve. Frenchie. Do you ever say this? In my heart, I know I'm funny. All right, Ann, you're on Ron and Fez. Hello, Ann.
Hi, guys. You know what? Only you can save me. I'm about to commit suicide unless you say, Al Dukes, you are fired. I'm going to step in my bathtub and throw the blow dryer in.
You know, we had a chance we said this to O&A today, 6:30. We have fired him with the boss, and he's kept. Right. He's handpicked.
Do you want my death on your conscience? Here's the blow dryer. There it is, right there.
All right, let me hear the water, too.
Here.
I blow driver? Oh, well, you're going to have to get the blow dryer closer to the water. I really can't hear you.
Can't wait. Well, no, you can't hear the water over the blow dryer. But it's true. It's true.
She's going to end up killing herself.
Unless you fire Al Dukes, that's it.
If I could get Jeremy to do it, I would.
Jeremy loves me.
Do you want my death on your conscience, really?
All right, thank you, Ann. I think it's going to be on Jeremy's. Angelo, you're on Ron and Fez. Hi, Angelo.
Hey, guys. Listen, I've been a long-time listener since your .com days. And, Al, you got to learn, listen to the tapes from the .com days. They had guests. They had bits. Now, since you came aboard, they have nothing. And, I'm a loyal fan of Ron and Fez. I'm not a loyal fan of you, so I will continue to listen to them. But you got to start doing something with the show because the show is just going downhill. And I'm sure I could speak for all the fans.
Go ahead.
It was a lot better before you even came along.
All right, thank you, Angelo.
You're welcome.
People are now saying we've jumped the shark, Al, to our faces. Oh, great. Al, it's hard. It's hard to do a show every night when there's no help. What about the thing that you were saying about the Fezzatorials take too long and they should be shorter? What? Get rid of the Fezzatorial, too?
No, I don't say get rid of it.
Shorten it?
Well, sometimes it's like 4 minutes.
Right, so tighten it up. Yes, because I have some things to say to an anxious nation. I am not going to tighten up the Fezatorial for you.
Let me ask this, and maybe this is crazy, Fez.
Yes.
Do we go to Old Navy and look for Dumpy?
Oh, my gosh. Is that possible? Let me ask you this, Ronnie. Do you think he'd have us back?
I'd say no.
I wouldn't blame him a bit.
He called.
Did he?
During the attacks.
Oh, that's right, the message. God bless you. Good luck and God bless you.
Yeah. Which means there's an opening there.
Yeah. Willing to talk.
And he boxed women.
Yeah, that's true. Al, when was the last time you boxed a woman?
I don't fight at all.
Okay.
Well, you tell that to a foosball table.
Yeah, defenseless. That took a big sidekick.
Maybe that's the way to go with this.
That foosball table is due to be replaced in 7 days, or else there will be consequences. That's from Anthony, from Opie and Anthony.
Dumpy would never be allowed back here anyway, because Jeremy hates him.
He hates you, too.
No, Jeremy loves me.
Oh, God.
I don't know how
Isolate that. Isolate that for me, and I want that.
Yeah, and I would love to know how you get in the golden click.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez?
Mike, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Ron and Fez. Yeah. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm down, but go ahead, Mike.
All right, I've been doing voices all my life. God. And I graduated from the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and I was wondering if I could get a chance.
Yeah, you can. Hold on.
All right.
Give all these people chances to come in and replace you.
Okay?
Okay, I know they won't.
You always say you can't find good people. Ronnie and I are lining them up left and right.
Sal, you're on Ron and Fez?
Hello, Sal.
I'd like to help Al. I have some information. I know the address and the phone number of Good Time Novelties Incorporated. Could he use that?
Isn't that the brand name of the foosball table you ruined?
Sure.
Would you like it?
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Yes, he would like that number.
Hold on, give it off the air. Hey, I need, I got Ajit here. I need my heartburn stuff. You're driving me crazy, Al. Omar, you're on Ron and Fez?
Hi, guys.
What can we do for you?
Go ahead, Omar.
I live here in D.C.
Nice.
And I was thinking that how could I help with this, this big situation and everything? I could, try to find out about the foosball table and everything, because I'm a huge internet person.
And just do it, kid. Who's on the phone tonight? They answering with their elbows?
No, Hawk's there now, but those were from earlier.
Who was running them down?
That would be me.
How would you train them to use the phones? I ask you every night.
I'm trying.
All right. A 13-year-old boy, hot as it sounds, looking for a foosball table isn't helping progress the show any.
How would that get through?
I would have dumped them.
That's another one of your problems with Billy?
Yeah, I mean, so some of these people
I want you to tell me the truth. I'm gonna give you a person's name, and I want you to grade them, okay?
On an A, B, C, D.
Any way you want, okay?
Okay.
Rory.
C.
C. All right, that's average. Way to go, Rory. For the first time in your life, your privileged life, you're average.
You're now the average Rory Hamptons.
The Hawk.
B.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hawk gets a B. Billy Staples.
C minus.
Below average.
Literally below average.
Just below average.
All right, some of the other people that come around here. Rudy.
D.
Below Billy even.
Yeah.
And Ginny, tasteless Ginny.
D minus.
That's pretty low.
How about yourself, Al? What would you give yourself?
I'd give myself B plus.
Wow. I thought you were a tough grader, but I guess you're not. Billy, let me ask you this. What would you give him as a boss?
As a boss, a D.
As a person?
Person, he's a B.
when we walk out the studio and we get in the cab, and we go home when we're not
Start
here.
making out?
Yeah, a little touchy-feely,
Let me bring Rory and Hawk in. Let's bring in B and C.
D minus.
Well, you got a C minus.
Oh, C minus.
D minus. So Jenny got Rudy got a D.
Right. And Jenny got a D minus.
Yeah. You got a C, Roy. What would you give Al? Seriously, as a boss, letter grade.
I'd give him a C minus.
Less than you, him. That's down there where Billy is, C minus.
Right. You'd compare him to Billy?
I'm telling you the truth. If I had someone working for me and I thought they were C minus, I'd fire them. I only have one person that I'm supposed to talk to in this little thing Jeremy set up. That's Al. I wouldn't even give him a C minus. Hawk, what do you give him? He gives you a B.
B? Well, thank you, but I'm going to give him a D.
A D.
All right.
For being honest.
Yeah, appreciate that.
What's your problem with him, Hawk?
Well, I'm a part-timer, and I'd like to do more stuff and work more hours and do more for the show, but he said he's happy with me being part-time and working my hours.
You're willing to do more hours?
Oh, yeah.
You're more than willing?
Yep.
And to participate more on the show.
Here's a guy that you have as a B, and yet you're saying, I don't want any more out of you.
Your star pupil,
yeah, your star.
as you put it.
Your star running back.
No, I have him as a B for what he does for the show, which is the part-time work.
Yeah.
While the show's going on. That's
so
what
you
I
like
have him
people
at a
who
B.
do less?
Well,
the less, the better for you.
Well, in this situation, he's very good at what he does during the show.
So why not give a person that has taken what they've been given to do, excelled at it, and wants to do more, why not give them a little more?
I'll tell you this, I've never done a show like this in my life, Fez.
No,
And if I was listening, I would be bored to tears. When I listen to shows that do nothing but bitch about their own internal problems, I'm bored to tears.
And now this is what's happened.
But I feel like we have our hands tied behind our back for the first time in our careers. I'm never one of those guys that act like, oh, management sucks, they screw us, because that's the dullest thing in the world to me.
Right.
And here, for the first time in my career, I'm saying, you know what, I think I might believe it tonight.
I'm glad it's finally all out in the open. Actually, you know what? It's not out in the open because it's already been out. You know, we've always complained about dumb meetings and things not getting done.
Here's what happened.
It's out to the audience.
Here's what happened with me and Fez tonight. The embarrassment of the O&A situation. That you would not rectify that in how many days, Fezzy?
26. Day 26.
26 days and counting. You refused to rectify it.
I tried twice. They just weren't up to what Anthony was looking for. But I tried to do it twice. I tried to fix it, and I tried to replace it.
What are you going to do now?
Now that there's a 7-day deadline.
Now I'm going to come up with a couple of different foosball tables, show them to Anthony, and let him decide. That way, when it's delivered, it's the right thing.
What do you think will be the consequences that Anthony has planned for you if you don't pull this off? You've already said, he can't fire me. I'm Jeremy's boy. What do you think, then, would be the other consequences that you'd have to face?
Oh, I don't even know what they would be. I mean, I know everyone associated with that show would probably dislike me.
They dislike you now.
I think some of them like me.
You think you'll take an ass whipping?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, I don't think people beat people up these days for things at work.
They do. That's the main places people get beat up, at work or school.
That's where the most people get ticked off at.
Followed by sporting events.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd be very surprised if it came to that.
I might beat you up.
So you're saying you think he'll do nothing?
No, I'm sure.
Bluff?
I'm sure he has something planned, but I'm going to have it taken care of anyway.
Who do you think liked you on that show, on the Opie and Anthony show? This is like the night you were drunk.
Ben and Stinky say hi to me in the halls.
Yeah, they love you.
And the interns.
They're crazy about you.
Oh, they're big, dude.
Fezzy, I'm serious. I know we can't fire him up. I might just beat him up tonight.
I wouldn't even fight back.
That'll just make me hit you more. And dance around making funny faces while I'm doing it. You know what I mean? When you start to do that crazy hop thing, like you're beating up a small nephew.
We got to get some things fixed on this show if it's going to continue. Because it can't continue like this.
Why continue?
It just absolutely can't.
Oh, look who's here. D-.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi. I heard my grade on my way in. I had to come in and say hello and wonder what the criteria was for grading me, since I do nothing for this show anymore.
Well, just contributions to the show.
But I mean,
we didn't say that for the show. We said people
Overall,
that work around us.
Their job performance.
Well, I don't know what goes on after the show. I'm not sure what you do.
So because you don't know what I do, you're going to give me a D-. You have no clue as to what happens once you leave.
I know it has something to do with love lines.
Something to do with love lines. Okay.
You host it, don't you?
It's Adam.
Yeah, that would be Adam.
Oh.
All right, Fez, we got to take a break here?
No.
Okay. I wish we did. Sometimes I look around and I wish we did.
So no one other than Hawk got a passing grade.
C is passing.
Hey, gentlemen.
Scott, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Scott.
Hey, buddy. I just want to personally thank you guys, Professors Bennington and Watley. I learned more tonight in the last 2.5 hours about radio broadcasting. I was going to go for my master's degree. But in those 2.5 hours, you guys, I've learned everything I need to know. And
Please.
I just want to say thanks. You saved me a lot of money. I mean, I know Al went to Dukes. Al Dukes went to college for that. And I also want to be the first one of the big-ass card holders to say congratulations to Friday Fright for his upward mobility in the company. He's only been there for 10 days. And I think after Monday, when the foosball incident finally goes down,
he's gonna move up. All right, thanks.
I think.
By the way, what do you give Friday Fright?
Our intern. Our missing intern.
Friday Fright right now I'm giving a B to because what I've given him is the big-ass cards to do, and he's been right on top of them. He only comes in, though, 2 days a week, but those 2 days he's been on top of that stuff.
Billy is furious that Friday Fright got a B and he is a C-. He's
Seriously.
rolling his eye in disbelief.
For what I give him to do,
C is for the way you crap on me. U is 'cause you're ugly, and so's your peach. N's for no, I never told you that I railed your sister. T, thanks for the Hummers, they were better than your mother's. Cunt is all you'll ever be. It's true, cunt, you must be more than one, you're two. Pew, your gash is stanky, and your ass is always cranky. Cunt, the word was made for you. C is for castration, try that on me. Hey, hey, you. Well, I urinate here. Have a shot, it's free. N's for some big Negro tearing up your leather Cheerio. T, you friggin' twat. No, you will never be forgotten. Cunt is all you've ever been to me. A cunt and a really big one. And all my friends agree. You're that slang word for vagina. Can't describe you any finer. Cunt, the word's just right for you. Whoa, cunt, the word was made for you. Cunt, the word's made for you.
And their displeasure for you tonight and your method.
Not one of them has said, I've learned anything from Al, or Al's been helpful to me.
C is for the way you crap on me. U is 'cause you're ugly, and so's your peach. N's for no, I never told you that I railed your sister. T, thanks for the Hummers. They were better than your mother's. Cunt is all you'll ever be. It's true. Cunt, you must be more than one. You're two. Pew, your gash is stanky, and your ass is always cranky. Cunt, the word was made for you. C is for castration. Try that on me. Hey, hey, you. Well, I urinate. Have a shot, it's free. N's for some big Negro tearing up your leather Cheerio. T, you friggin' twat. No, you will never be forgotten. Cunt is all you've ever been to me. A cunt and a really big one. And all my friends agree. You're that slang word for vagina. Can't describe you any finer. Cunt, the word's just right for you. Whoa, cunt, the word was made for you. Cunt, the word's made for you.
What about doing something for old Ron and Fez? Even though we're 90, we'd like a weekend show.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'd like to come work for you now.
Yeah, well, we actually called him in. When was it? Last Mother's Day, was it, Rory?
Yeah, I believe it was.
One of the last ones. You know, he came in even when he was working for you guys, and, you know, he came in and lent us his expertise.
Nice.
Right, we didn't know you were making bouquets in your spare time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Very talented. He's actually second generation to actually work for us. His dad, when his dad was going to school, drove for us also.
Judge Hampton's?
Yes, exactly.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
That's it.
Okay.
Al,
You've heard Louis the Lilac's old boss.
Al, this is all a reflection on you, just so you know it.
No, the thing with Rory, he is a very hard worker and all. There's a difference between, you know, working in the flower shop and doing production that would fit on the air on a radio station. I'm not saying he's not a hard worker. He is. But there's things that are going to get rejected or that don't fit or it's not right yet.
Why don't you do this? Show these guys. You do a funny song for Billy, do a funny bit for Rory, so that they'll know. Can that be done?
All right, and then they'll have the example to work from.
Yeah, I could do that.
How much time do you need?
I got to get that foosball table, and I can do the song. I'd like to do the song first. By tomorrow, I'll have a song.
Okay.
You can't do a song and a bit?
No. I mean, I could definitely do the song. I don't even have an idea for the bit yet. I'll have to think of something.
I'd like to see you have both by tomorrow night. That.
C is for the way you crap on me. U is 'cause you're ugly, and so's your peach. N's for no, I never told you that I railed your sister. T.
Go.
Here it is, Harry Sack. Harry Sack with your CBS FM. This one coming in by a new artist, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, on CBS FM, we premiere this song, Baby Raper. CBS. Baby Raper by Jeff.
The other inmates think I'm kinda sick because of where I like to dip my stick and how I always talk about the day I met that little hottie John Bonet. I wish that they could somehow understand raper. They're sweet and young, they're good enough to eat. Baby raper, I'm a baby raper. The youngest cherries always taste so sweet. I pick my dates up at the Disney store. When mommy turns away, I go for more. Sing them songs and tell them that they're sweet. As I slip the little booties off their feet. Baby raper, I'm a baby raper. So sweet and young, they're good enough to eat. Baby raper, I'm a baby raper. The youngest cherries always taste so sweet. Baby raper, I'm a baby raper.
Haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious burgers in one big, beautiful box.
It used to be that we'd be eating with family and friends, and the burgers would get low.
Yeah, we'd go after that last White Castle like linebackers on a fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, like long-lost relatives on a lottery winner. Like a pack of Cape Hunting dogs on a disoriented gazelle.
Now, with the new 30-burger Crave Case, there's always enough for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry they did that pile driver on you, Grandma.
That's okay.
No more brawling over the last burger.
Okay. Now it's a battle for the most burgers.
Need to feed a group of really hungry people and still have enough to satisfy your own enormous craving? Then yeah, you're one of ours. Bring home the Crave Case today. It's new from White Castle. What you crave.
Don't do it. We're going to stand by.
Guess what? It's been work. I'm a superstar. Bought me a big old car, 4.6. Black with the balls on the front and back, and got a button in the middle, make the truck go. But it ain't about that. It's about getting what you're getting and giving on back here. Big fella, half of me in Carolina, no time together. Go, Marshall, Hope, Greene County, Hillary, damn, Cran.
Last year's CSI is back with a season premiere so full of twists. This case is going from bad to worse. We dare you to solve this one. CSI, CBS Thursday.
Men, when was the last time you took your wife or your girlfriend shopping? No, I'm serious. Look, I've been thinking about my own personal flaws lately, and it dawned on me just how selfish I can be sometimes. I mean, let's face it, us guys do tend to take our better halves for granted.
All right, here it is. Yeah. CBS FM. Here it is, Anthony, and the most offensive song ever written, right here, CBS FM.
I do not share of cocaine. You kids should give it a try. I brought some Korean store clerks and some churches, burned down playgrounds and hospitals. The
More annoying.
most offensive song you've ever heard. The gung-ho hearts don't understand the words.
Oh.
KKK friends stop lynching niggers to hear. The most offensive that we think but don't say.
Oh my God!
So I put it all here in one song. You listen, can't deny it, and say that this is the most offensive song you've ever heard. Aborted fetuses flushed down like the turd. The last thing that the drowning Reuben will hear. The most offensive song this year. The Italian Mafia. Giant stadium, lights hot up. Barefoot and pregnant is all women are good for. Statue of Liberty should be armed with an Uzi. Shoot the spit, shoot the lick, shoot the jock, shoot the rock. No more green card.
Here it comes.
The most offensive song you've beaches are slurred. The juicy Nazis and they cringe with fear. The most offensive song this year. The most offensive song you've heard. Just like this is just what they This is the last time you will hear. Oh, here it comes. The most offensive song this year.
Wow. Oh, my God. Anthony.
Yeah.
I have to dab the tears away from my eyes.
Directors and instructors, and I love my job. With 16 years in the business, I've got lots of great contacts. In fact, over the past few typical weeks, our job placements included jocks at a variety of radio stations, video production positions at our NBC affiliate. We've filled positions at ESPN, where we've placed hundreds of grads over the years. The world of communications is exploding with all kinds of opportunities in radio, TV, the internet, and multimedia. And if you want to be part of the action, call Connecticut Schools of Broadcasting in Stratford, Connecticut, or Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. 1-800-TV-RADIO. At Connecticut Schools of Broadcasting, you'll learn by doing from radio and TV pros in a matter of months, not years. The future belongs to those who specialize. And remember, you don't need a college degree to be on radio or TV. For 37 years, Connecticut Schools of Broadcasting, the nation's oldest and largest group of communication schools, have placed thousands of grads in every facet of radio and TV. Do something you really enjoy. For day and evening classes that begin in late October, call us at 1-800-TV-RADIO or check us out on the web at 800tvradio.com.
The station for sports guys. Fez is this station. 102.7 WNEW.
Selfless dedication to mankind, White Castle has resolved a dilemma that's haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious.
Each time I see a little girl of 8 or 9 or 10, I can't resist the urge to stick my tongue inside of them because I'm horny for little girls. For little girls have hairless little I'm horny for little girls. I get them high on alcohol and pot. That little butt so round, so tight and shiny, it makes you want to stash your junk inside her. For little girls, I want to bang them all, sometimes as young as 1 or 2, and then I kill them when I am through. I'm horny for little girls. I tape their mouths and tie them to the wall. I'm horny for little girls. I bite them and I make them lick my their little lips so helpless and appealing. I want to slice them off and mount them on the ceiling. I'm horny for little girls. I'm horny for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, my old would be blue. I'm horny. I'm so horny. I'm horny for little girls. Come sit on my lap, little girl. I have some candy for you.
Eagle calls Don't Say a Word excellent. Larry King says it's a masterpiece, a thriller to end all thrillers.
I want something from your patient. She has a 6-digit number locked away in her troubled mind. I need that number. You need your daughter back.
Elizabeth, my name is Dr. Conrad.
She's been in and out of institutions for 10 years.
I need you to help me.
You want what they want, don't you?
The answer's right in front of you.
You can't just flick a switch in the girl's head.
Don't show fear.
I will get you the number.
Don't question.
Is it a telephone number?
No.
Is it a code?
You want what they want.
Is it a place? What is it?
I'll never tell.
I want to see my daughter. Michael Douglas, Don't Say a Word. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Friday, only in theaters.
Attention fight fans. The all-new Ultimate Fighting Championship presents UFC Victory in Vegas. This Friday night, live on pay-per-view from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It's the all-new UFC. Bigger and better than ever. And still the most intense event in sports today. UFC Light Heavyweight Champion Tito Ortiz headlines this huge night of UFC fights. Plus, a full night of action in the Octagon from the toughest mixed martial arts event in the world today.
Let's get it on!
UFC Victory in Vegas. This Friday night, live on in-demand pay-per-view from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. The all-new Ultimate Fighting Championship, as real as it gets. Sponsored by the Gordon Pierce Brewing Company. Log on to UFC.tv. Card subject to change. Order Victory in Vegas live on in-demand pay-per-view this Friday from Time Warner Cable and Comcast.
Listen up, guys. It's time to get the party started at Lace Midtown, 725 7th Avenue between 48th and 49th. Lace Midtown, featuring non-stop topless entertainment 7 days a week. The ladies are waiting for you at Lace Midtown, 7th Avenue at 48th in Manhattan. At Stiletto on Route 59 in Nanuet, it's 18 and over 7 days a week, and the ladies are wearing nothing but a smile. Stiletto, voted the #1 lap dance in the Northeast. Remember, at Stiletto, the ladies are wearing nothing at all. Have you checked out the original Lace on Route 303 in West Nyack? Non-stop topless entertainment, plus a full lunch and dinner menu and full bar. Finally, 3 affordable gentlemen's pubs. Lace Midtown at 725 7th Avenue. Lace on Route 303 in West Nyack and Stiletto on Route 59 in Nanuet. All major credit cards accepted. Call 1-800-775-LACE. 1-800-775-LACE. Or log on to www.laceclubs.com.
Ron and Fez.
You scaring me. Stop it.
1027 WNEW.
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best.
I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, probably $5.
Somehow you found me.
Cute in a tough kind of way.
I tried to hide from your love.
Ben's not bad. Much rather he'd cuddle.
Like heaven above me.
He's down to earth, as they say.
Spy who loved me.
Definitely kicked my ass.
Keeping all my secrets safe tonight.
The most hung? I'll go with Anthony.
Nobody
He's funny. It's a lot of makeup for me. I'm not, normally don't go for that type.
Sometimes I wish someone
And seems happy that he's now in radio.
nobody does it
I'd like to go out drinking with him.
quite the way you do.
Young for my age.
Why'd you have to be so good?
We'll do the things that some guys don't do.
The way that you hold me
Very excited.
whenever you hold me.
Opie is cocky.
There's some kind of magic inside
And I think we need to explore more of her lifestyle.
that keeps me from running.
I completed
But just keep it coming.
before I got in.
How'd you learn to do the things you do?
I was a little quick to the draw. Bendable.
Nobody does.
I was confused. I'm be 32 this year.
Makes me feel sad for the rest.
I seem to like all groups. I'm not against anybody.
Nobody does it
I bet we're the same size.
half as good as you.
Not from a guy.
Baby,
Hot in a rough kind of way. That punchy guy from the Sports Guy show is nice. And he's also a virgin. I'm more of a laid-back guy. I'm not an aggressor type. I'm not a big fan of the butt either. I'm not sure. I think it's perhaps that I'm not used to that feel. Yeah, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know my way around them. Some of the other things with the mouth. Slow down. I'll do 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Spit it. Maybe like a hug or a kiss goodbye. It's a great time. And I'm gay. 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 And I'm gay.
Al Dukes, the guy who loved me. We're Ron and Fez on 102.7 WNEW.
Hey, Fezzy, look who's on the line here. It's our buddy, the Heckler. Heckler! Heckler!
Oh, my God, what an intervention.
Yeah, it really is kind of like an intervention that, let's face it, tomorrow nothing will change.
Right, it's an open forum on the problems and complaints of this show.
It's really making me cringe. It's horrible, but, you know, I just wanted to say that your show is probably the most user-friendly show in the city. You talk about the #1 market, you talk about a legendary station, 102.7, and you guys go out of the way to invite listeners in. You answer emails, you talk to people. It's incredible that you guys treat your audience with such respect and friendliness. And, you know, it's kind of like having an Amish guy directing Animal House, having Dukes in there. I just have so many questions, but my one question to Al is, Al, when you first drank on the air and you answered all those questions on tape and you insulted the station, your coworkers, what compelled you to drink a second time?
Right.
What made you drink again, which led to the foosball incident? Because I got to be honest, if I made a total ass of myself on the radio and just badmouthed all my fellow employees, I wouldn't even go near a Lipton iced tea if somebody asked me to drink again. Why did you drink a second time?
Well, I felt like a lot of time had passed and you kind of forget. And then also, I thought that wouldn't happen again.
But as a professional with a master's degree in the #1 market who has worked in radio, Al, don't you think that was bad judgment, drinking on the air again when the first time created so many problems for you and created problems between other shows, and it just basically started hostility?
Yeah, don't you think that management would have a problem with that?
No, Jeremy loves me.
Now, you see, there's another problem I have.
Right, me too.
Now, maybe you're trying to be funny and cute, but this smugness and this disloyalty to Ron and Fez, it's disgusting. Most producers would do anything for their show talent. You seem to have your lips attached to management instead of embracing Ron and Fez and being at their service. It's almost like you're doing them a favor, it seems. And when you mention that Jeremy loves you, that's arrogant, it's smug. And then saying that guests don't mean a lot on the Opie and Anthony show, how could you say that? What planet are you living on, Al?
No, I was just saying. I mean, that's more of a compliment to Opie and Anthony.
Right, but Opie and Anthony are funny, but when they have guests are hilarious. Ron and Fez have great guests. I've been listening now since they've been here just about, and, I mean, some of the stuff that they've had on the air, I mean, I've laughed, you know, and lately it's just all been about you, your foosball table, who you're fighting with.
Yeah, tonight has been that.
Yeah.
No, this has been the last few weeks even. There's been too much time spent on...
there was a
sometimes I
tragedy.
think it's a bit, guys. I think that...
I wish it was.
And I used to run, and you know on email, I'm always saying to you, this guy's a bit, this guy's a bit. And as for this newspaper thing,
Yeah.
I send Ron stuff all the time that, not because I want to produce from my house, but I usually want to hear Ron and Fez's take on certain things, because I love to hear them analyze funny news stories and offbeat news, and that's what made the overnight show so funny, was the fact that there was a lot of offbeat stuff, and they would have this wacky stuff, and you can't use your own judgment. You have to look at the listeners, look at the demographics, look at the people who listen to the station. You don't like something like Billy Staples, but, you know, Billy Staples, the guy's wound up. If you give this guy the right environment, you know, he'd be great to go out in the street and do interviews, to do some wacky radio stuff. I don't understand why we have to have this like NPR atmosphere on a comedy show when you have two talented guys who make us laugh. I mean, I'm just baffled. I don't want to bash you, Al. I think you're a nice guy.
All right, thanks a lot for calling, Sackler.
All right, guys, good luck.
And Billy did try to do some of that stuff, and apparently it was stopped by Al Dukes.
Fuzzy, I don't want to go into 4.5 hours of a Dukes bashing.
That's what has happened tonight.
Yeah.
Anything that was even remotely planned has gone out the door.
Vicky, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Vicky.
Jeez, you're really having a tough night, ain't you?
You know, it's one of many tough nights. I think tonight
It's a tough life.
Yeah, I think tonight it just finally came to a head.
Get us Hard Knock Life.
You know, I just wanted to say something that I think might perk you up. When you guys wake up tomorrow, are you going to feel good about yourself? Because I know somebody in that room isn't.
It's not going to bother him. It's not going to bother him.
Oh, well, when he finds out that in 7 days from now he's not going to have a job. Because according to everybody who's been calling in, apparently nobody else likes him either. And he's obviously not getting his job done properly. And if that were if that were my position and I were the boss of there, I would be fired. I would have been fired so long ago. I have no idea why that man is even in that room. He has taken up almost 3 hours of your time with his problem.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Vicky.
No problem, guys.
Take care.
I don't want to just, keep going through this, Fez. This is ridiculous. Billy, I don't know what's going to happen. Rory, I don't know what's going to happen. If I was you guys, I'd start looking around. Because it ain't going to get any better.
Yeah, and it can't keep going the way it is. It just can't. It's too tiring.
I'm exhausted right now.
So what are you saying? I
would look around. I'd see what else there is. Because he's not going to let your stuff on the air. It doesn't look like we can get him out the door.
And I wake up each morning now saying, let the nightmare begin again.
You know what I say?
What?
Get me the knife.
No, do not get the knife. It's not that bad.
I'm going to cut my throat.
No, Ronnie, you're not cutting anything.
You know what, Fez? Here's what I'll do. This will be my final gift to you. I'll cut my throat on the air. And then for the rest of your life, you'll be able to say, I'm that guy whose partner cut his throat on the air.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't.
Anytime that you're having a bad show someday doing the Fez and Tim show or whoever your next...
I won't work with anyone named Tim. I won't.
You can say, it'll be a bad show, there's a story I wanted to tell you, folks, about when my last partner cut his throat on the air.
I won't tell that story. I'll never tell it.
You'll say, I gave him a sharp knife, and he cut his throat on the air.
Nobody give him a knife. That is not going to happen. I'm not going to let Al Dukes and this nickel and dime staff drive you to that.
How are we getting nickel and dimed if Al is the one who's not passing on our stuff?
Please, you're nickel and dime.
Wait a second. How are we getting the brunt of this then if the problem you're having is with Al?
You're not even getting a passing grade, Billy.
Yeah, but that's Al didn't get a passing grade from any of us either. So why is it
to me, you're all garbage. That's why. Get me the sharp knife, Fezzy.
No!
I'm going to see if they're satisfied. I'm going to cut my throat.
Will you be satisfied, Dan? I'm not giving you the knife.
All right, this should push me over the edge, okay?
All right.
As if tonight's show wasn't low enough. Here it goes.
Oh, Lord, what is it?
Here it is.
What?
It's the Mad Producer.
Ah, Lord.
Hello?
Hi, Mad Producer.
What's up, guys? Listen, your calls pretty much have said it all. But as far as bits go and stuff, there's one thing that you guys can get to before any other show gets to. The newspaper.
Jack Nicholson?
No. Listen, forget about the stupid the Jack Nicholson thing. That's one little thing. What I'm talking about...
It would have been great, though.
It would have. Listen, but that's still not
It's not dead?
Not out the window. No, definitely not.
What about his girlfriend? What's his girlfriend's name? That little hot girl. Nicholson's girlfriend.
The one that dates...
Yeah. Can you get her for us?
Let's just finish. Let's get rid of Al Dukes first, then we'll get guests.
All right. How about Jack Nicklaus?
Billy, please, go ahead.
All right, listen. Last week you guys did that. You guys did that television thing with the with the telethon.
Right.
The next day, Opie and Anthony had to give you guys props because you guys beat them to the punch. Because you guys, obviously, you're going to beat the daytime shows to the previous night's primetime show, whatever's on. Now, on Monday night, they had the that Who Wants to Marry a Prince disaster show. Guess what? That show was there was so much to goof on that show, but guess what? You guys didn't do anything with it. O&A staff taped it. The next day, they had a good 2 hours playing back bits of the show and just tearing the show apart.
No, I didn't even know about this show because I'm working at the time. Did you know about it, Al?
No, I didn't.
I had no idea this was even going to be on.
Ronnie, you mentioned it. Ronnie, I sent you an IM, and you said, the crazy Mad Producer wants us to do the TV bit.
Oh, yeah, right.
On Who Wants to Be a Prince. So I even gave you guys a heads up.
Right.
That's
Why didn't you put it on?
I thought that was
TV.
Yeah, I thought that was VH1's Prince Behind the Music.
No, guys.
I wish it was.
Guys, and I swear to God.
I'm a star.
Hey, listen, the Prince turned out to be some Italian fake Prince, and I swear to God, if you see a picture of the guy, he looks like Al Dukes. The guy is like 4'2".
All right, so what are you saying? We should have the TV on more?
But that's just one thing. Now,
that's
listen,
just one, and the gas and everything.
Listen. Al Dukes says that he's Jeremy Coleman's boy, and that Jeremy loves him, right?
Right.
I didn't.
I have got. We can make this a bit and a contest. All I'm asking for is 10 minutes with Jeremy Coleman. You take my conversation with him. After that 10 minutes, Jeremy Coleman is either going to fire Al.
I love it.
Listen to me. Jeremy Coleman will come out of that meeting. He will either fire Al or he will bring that tape into your show, and you guys can tear that tape apart. And then he could say, "Oh, how crazy I am," or "What's wrong with me?" All I'm asking for is a 10-minute tape.
That sounds fine with me. That those two are locked in a room.
No.
Bolted into a room with nothing but 2 sharp knives and a tape recorder.
No, guys, I'm not asking. Listen, you could have as many people in the. Al could even sit in on the meeting. I don't.
Let me ask you this: would you wear a straitjacket in the meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do the straitjacket. I'll do the Hannibal thing. I'll do the whole thing.
That means ball in the mouth.
Right.
You got to be.
How am I going to talk with the ball in the mouth?
With your eyes.
And one of those, strapped to one of those Hannibal Lecter hand
guys,
trucks.
Listen to me. You guys have been bitching about this for 4 or 5 months already. I'm trying to give you guys an easy way out.
I'm all for it.
Listen to me. At worst, you're gonna have a 10-minute conversation.
Would you listen to me, man, producer? Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
I want you to go in his office with a tape recorder and a sharp knife or small caliber gun.
Mm-hmm.
And the what did I say wrong?
I'm not going to come in with a gun and a sharp.
But I'm saying even if you do, who's going to?
But I don't need that. I'm going to come in there.
Ice pick.
No, I don't need any weapons.
10 minutes alone with Jeremy Coleman in a steel cage.
It doesn't have to be a steel cage. It could be in an office. I'm going to come there. I'm going to present straight facts of what Al's been doing, of his shortcomings. And listen to me, and especially his sales department. If Fez doing live reads for goddamn saw blades, this is the most pathetic thing you've ever heard.
Wait,
I don't know what.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Man, producer, here's the thing. Don't attack the clients. Don't attack sponsors.
But
that's not going to get you in.
I'm not trying to get all. Just give me this 10 lousy minutes. You could record it, and we could end all of this nonsense once and for all. And I am so confident after that 10 minutes, Jeremy, his boy, And ask Al. Al met me. Al knows that I come off very badly over the phone. I have a very bad accent, but Al saw me. Al knows that I'm for real, and Al knows that
All right, what about this?
He does exist.
Could we do this? Would you allow Jeremy to hold a gun to your head during the meeting?
I don't care. Fine.
All right, fine.
I've had guns held to my head before. I don't care.
Then it's a fair fight.
Parents?
What?
All right, so to make this fair, I would love to get Jeremy on the phone right now, too, Al.
Right. No, I'm not calling Jeremy for this.
All right. Well, would you leave him a letter and say that he could hold a tape recorder in one hand and a gun to the temple, mad producer in the other hand?
Right. Don't get the two mixed up.
That's fine. And let me tell you something, guys. If you guys don't let me do this or take me up on this, I'm gonna and I want to do it with you guys because I love your show. But I will call up O&A and try to do it with them because I am determined to enlighten Jeremy Coleman and get this guy out of your life and get your show back to where it should be, to being funny and doing your thing.
All right, what about this?
What?
We bring you in because I don't want to lose you to O&A.
Right.
And it seems like they take you in a heartbeat. But would you do this? We put you in a chair. We lean it backwards so you're just balancing yourself on the back two legs, right? There's a rope to the top of the chair hanging over, what would you call it, like a beam, okay?
Okay.
Onto a bucket of hot acid.
What is this, a Roadrunner cartoon?
But I'm just saying, would you do it then?
Where Jeremy can pull the rope if he needed to.
Whatever you want, I don't care. He could, you like a
All right, so let me get this straight.
How soon can we arrange hot acid?
If we don't line this up, you will be O&A's new producer.
No,
and me and Fez are out.
I'm not a producer. Jesus,
what are you taking to O&A that you're willing to give us?
No, I want
the TV idea that we did Friday night.
No,
we should do it every night. You're saying?
No. Listen to me, please.
Nicholson.
What I'm taking to him. No, listen. What I want to take to them is a Jeremy Coleman thing that a listener, to have an ordinary listener, a regular listener, sit down with the GM of a radio station.
No,
and
if O&A get this, they're going to run with it, Fez.
Right.
If we don't do it, that's what they want their listeners.
Listen
to be in with the GM.
I'm afraid they're going to take the hot acid bit.
They better not.
No,
we need that.
To show
we need that.
Guys, listen to me, please. To show how pathetic Al is, that a regular listener would have a 10-minute meeting with a GM, and after that 10-minute meeting, the GM will come out and fire the producer because of what the listener said to him in 10 minutes.
Do you think you would get Rick fired?
No,
if we don't go with it?
No, Rick is awesome. Why don't you? I never call the O&A show because the O&A show is entertaining, and I don't get frustrated listening to them. I listen to your show. I hear two guys with extreme talent suffering.
Who's that?
Suffering.
You two.
Oh.
That's right.
You never hear O&A suffer.
I would never call in your show if everything was running smooth. I didn't call in before when you guys went over that because there was no need to. Everything was fun. You guys were having a great time. You put this guy on. If you remember, the first time I called in was when you tried to set up that drive around New York fiasco.
Oh, no, I don't remember. What drive around New York fiasco?
The tour, that map tour.
Yeah, when Al was going to drive around all the bad neighborhoods.
With Al with no fingers?
No, I don't remember.
That's the first time.
Don't recall.
And he wouldn't do all the things we asked him to do on the phone? By the Amadou Diallo?
Right. I called up Ronnie. I was the guy that called up. I said I had just bought a brand new car. I said to him, I will come pick him up, and I will even take him to each of the 5 boroughs, and we could even make a pit stop at the local strip club of every 5 borough.
Why don't you do that, Al?
All right.
I'm not getting in the car with this
You're going to
guy.
have a bucket of acid with you. What are you worried about?
If you need it.
Guys, listen, why can't
Won't the acid eat through the bucket?
No, Fez.
Why can't we just do the Jeremy Coleman thing? Let me.
All right, hold on. What if the bucket's made out of lead?
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Jeremy ain't going to be able to pick up lead.
That's right.
Could we put the acid in some kind of water pistol? Or spray gun?
Yeah, so in a water pistol, Jeremy could hold it. If my
we dumped it from here.
That.
I mean,
we dumped it here from here.
Sorry.
Hey, Roy, I'm only kidding. We didn't. We never dumped that. I just wanted you to sit back down and for you to get fired. No, of course he dumped it. Don't worry. Look how red his face is.
Yeah, I hit this button right here. Uh-oh, that's not it.
Hey, guys.
That's a different button.
Where are you going to get a lead water pistol?
Damn, I don't know. I can't do everything. That's why I need producers.
That might be too heavy for Jeremy, too.
Whoa.
It's mounted on his desk.
What if we put it in Tupperware?
What
Like he
about
carries
this?
his luncheon.
And I don't know whether we have the technology for this. Is there any way to get Jeremy robot arms?
Oh. Now, replace his arms or just extensions of them?
I would replace them.
That's going to take more time.
The arms he has right now are basically like the arms on that a creature at the end of Close Encounters. He just has those little tiny string arms.
Yeah.
They're useless. But
Guys, do the straight jacket thing. This way nobody could get over. This way you can make a little gag out of it if you want. I don't care.
Now, you think you can list all of Al's shortcomings in only 10 minutes?
You know what? No, the first I'm going to need him for 10 minutes because the first 10 minutes I'm going to give him so many examples.
You're going to ramble.
No, I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to have it all written out, all prepared, and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to present it to him. And I'm telling you, I'm going to get that kid fired. Set it up.
You know, don't waste a lot of your 10 minutes running around the office looking for the acid. Get right into it. All right, into your conversation.
All right, here's something on the instant feedback. See if you like it. It's from Jerry. Jerry says, what if we put the acid into a dunk tank?
Huh. A lead dunk tank?
Yeah, it would be a lead dunk tank, of course. We're not going to burn through the floor. And then if Jeremy has a problem, he just throws a rock.
All right. You ever see Jeremy on the softball team?
No.
Throwing a ball?
No.
He's lucky he didn't put his own eye out.
Why would you do the tape recorder and the gun thing?
Tape recorder and a gun, huh?
I'm cool with that.
Are both loaded?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are crazy.
Huh. Al, do you think we can set this up?
No, but don't ask. Stop. Why are you how are you gonna ask Al to set up when
I'm sorry, old habits are hard to break.
When he knows that that's why Al doesn't want to have anything to do with me. Doesn't have.
Do you want O&A to get this idea?
No.
Of the acid dunk tank?
Oh, just
a German indoor squirt gun?
Ronnie, stop turning the idea into something stupid. You know that.
Acid's very serious, my friend.
Listen, at worst, you're going to have a 10-minute conversation between me and Jeremy Coleman that you guys could rip apart on air if I turn out to be a complete moron. So you have nothing to lose here. At the very best, I get out fired. At the very worst, you have a 10-minute tape to make fun of me live on air or retape or play it back on air or whatever. I mean, what more can I offer you guys here?
That's all.
You can help us find the acid.
Why don't you just show up when Jeremy comes in the morning?
No, but that's going to be because I'm not going to show up like some stalker or something.
When he sees you in a straitjacket and a bucket of acid, he's going to know you're fine.
Right, I will leave a note. Look for the guy with the bucket.
He's going to know I'm for real. I show up with a bucket of acid.
Seriously.
Come on, Ronnie. Let's set it up, man.
All right.
All right, what?
Al will handle it.
Oh, see? Al's not going to handle it because Al knows I'm going to get him. Because Al knows I can get him fired because he's such a loser.
What we've been trying to explain tonight is Al is a liaison of Jeremy Coleman.
All right, you know what I'm going to do?
That's the connection between
That's his
this
eyes
show.
and ears.
That's the connection between this show and Jeremy Coleman's office.
I see where this is going. All right, you know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to. Do you think if I would write Jeremy Coleman this idea directly to him, he would take me up on it?
Oh, you know what? Give him Jeremy's email. What is Jeremy's email?
Perfect.
I'll have to find it.
All right, hold on, okay, man, producer?
All right.
But I want you really to give him the thing and let Jeremy know about the straitjacket, the dunk tank full of acid.
All right.
Or gun. You know, I don't know if Jeremy's a decent shot, but he said it was okay to put the gun to his head.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So give Jeremy some options at least to work with.
Okay.
All right. And make sure he gets Jeremy's email address here at the station.
Will do.
All right. And let this be Jeremy's call out.
Right.
Don't C-block it. Please. I bet Al's running to tell Jeremy right now.
Yeah. He's C-blocking it.
I bet he is.
I would love to see Jeremy with a dunk tank full of acid. See what kind of manager he is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's skills. 877-692-1027.
He's out of the room, and I'm going to just say this quick, and he won't know. If we could get him fired, you want him fired, Billy?
I'd be happier. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I would, too.
Hawk?
If we could get Al fired.
Yeah, I think with the team we have here, we could compensate easily.
With no team. We bring a retarded kid in here.
Well, it would give a chance for us to do what we do best, or at least give it a shot.
What do you do best? I'm always confused about this, what I do best.
Well, you guys brought me in here for a purpose.
We didn't bring you in. Al did.
Correct. I just use that term generally.
And I didn't even know that you used to be affiliated with the O&A show until the whole... You went in there with a bucket of acid or something crazy?
That's what we heard.
They didn't think that was funny. I don't know. It was a good idea at the beginning.
You started a fist fight on their show or something? And then somebody told me that you crapped on someone's paycheck.
Well, that's true, yes, on Spaz's paycheck. I did do that.
Were you in the toilet at the time?
Yeah, right down there with a wireless mic.
Were you just crouching over it?
I crouched over the bowl and put the mic by my butt. I was very careful not to actually go on the mic itself. That would be bad.
Well, we appreciate that.
Was it noisy or was it...
Oh, yeah, it made like a crunching sound. Obviously, you know, and then the plop.
Oh, yeah.
And then I chased O&A around the studio with a dirty glove.
So you...
What did Spaz do?
He called in sick that day, so they were very upset with him. So that's why...
I hate when people call in sick, too.
So that was all of that.
So you held the paycheck over the bowl?
No, the paycheck was floating in the bowl.
Oh, okay.
Floating in the bowl, and I just aimed over it and held the microphone down there. So when nature did its course, you heard everything.
Okay.
All right, somebody just writes in, Zorio writes us in, there are pics of the turd on the paycheck. It's really sick.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
Poor Steve C. had to go in there after me and take pictures.
They were very graphic.
All right, I'm going to ask you to stop.
Billy, I never want to see your poop pictures. You know what? I walk so gingerly into the restroom now because of what happened last week. Well, actually, two things happened last week. Last week, earlier in the week, I walked in on Billy Staples, who refuses to lock the door. So that was a sight that practically burned my retinas. And then last Friday, Drop Ass decided to pollute the entire bathroom, which left it stinking for hours. So now I actually cringe before I open the door. I don't know if I'm going to see something or smell something that's just horrific.
Guys, can I get a little compassion over here? I was sick. That was an emergency. I don't normally
Oh, that's
crunch
right. You had the 3-day anthrax.
I've got 7 now, okay? I'm really getting so worried. It came back this afternoon. I had to go run down to the store and buy medicine.
All right, here's something on the instant feedback from
What are you
Bill.
laughing at? I did, Fez. I had to go buy medicine.
You holding your ass running down the store.
All right, let's move on now off his ass. Bill writes in, why don't you tie Mad Producer to a log? Put the log on a buzzsaw conveyor belt.
Hey.
Mad Producer has to get Jeremy to fire Al before Mad Producer gets to the buzzsaw. That's brilliant.
That's interesting. You know, if we can't find a buzzsaw, we could do the tied to the railroad tracks. There's a subway station right downstairs.
Mike, you're Ron and Fez.
Hi, Mike. I wanted to remind Al that he could have hired me to do comedy bits and song parodies when I was in for an interview with him a few months back.
You interviewed with Al?
Mm-hmm. And I've had 7 years of experience in writing comedy bits and song parodies for a syndicator. I produced a morning show for a time. I was a production director.
He sounds great. What's the problem here, Al?
Did Ronnie and I meet you?
No.
Don't feel bad, Mike. They wouldn't have made the air
I
anyway.
never even heard about this.
It wasn't the same type of comedy that they
What kind of comedy was it?
It was
Was it something to make people laugh?
He wrote for a syndicator that went all over. It was one of he did those wacky songs that are played all over the country at those bad morning shows.
No, that's what I did there, but that's because that's what they were paying me to do. I'm flexible. I write what I'm paid to do.
What do you think? Comics have tunnel vision? This is the one thing they do?
Right.
They just write in this one thing?
Right. When I was doing stand-up, if I had to work someplace clean, that's how I work. Then if I was, working in a place where I could work dirty, I would work dirty.
You work at college, you got to work for the college kids. College kids love to hear, dick jokes and F this and F that. College kids love that stuff. And when you work at a clean
Hold on.
room,
He can say dick, but I can't say cock, like in a rooster. I want to understand why that is.
You could say that. That's okay.
You can say dick.
Yeah.
But I can't say cock.
Like a rooster.
Like a rooster,
Which is what you mean, right?
Right. When I say cock blocked, it's with a rooster. A rooster stops the other roosters from coming into a hen house. So how many times did you block me saying cock block tonight?
Once, and Rudy took care of the other one.
Well, what about cockpit?
Yes.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah?
That's the area right under your penis. Don't you know what a cockpit is?
And then a cockroach?
Can you say cockroach?
That's okay.
University of South Carolina Gamecocks?
That's fine.
And what about cockatoo?
That's fine.
Cockle-doodle-doo?
That's fine.
Cockney.
Cockney.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's when you put a penis on the name.
That's a bad disease.
You see what we're saying?
That's not good.
Just
that definitely got dumped, I hope.
Yeah, it's all dumped.
How? You're here.
Unless
All right, what's the story with Mike? We want him, we don't want him. What's the problem? Give the guy a shot. No, Roy, come back. I want to ask you something about
You can ask Hawk. I worked with Hawk for 3 years.
You work with Hawk where?
At the syndicator.
Who did
Hawk,
you work
come on
for?
in.
Hawk had previous experience?
Yes, he did.
You gotta be kidding me.
Mike, who'd you
Was he
work
terrible there too, Mike?
No, he was quite competent.
Really? The
I
Hawk.
was sort of his supervisor for a short time, and he was quite competent.
Seems to be a boss night.
I know. I hope Mr. Loki from the car lot doesn't call in.
Boy, I'm glad none of mine are calling.
That was Model T Ford you were selling, Fezzy. That's how long ago that was.
I am not that old.
What? Lee, get out here and crank this for Mrs. Anderson. Tell us a little bit about Mike.
Mike was my supervisor. He does comedy voices. He does production. He was a morning show producer.
Sounds great.
Did you know that he interviewed with Al?
After the fact, I did.
Mike, did you ever book
When
guests?
I told him, he knew.
Yeah, that's when I knew. Al never told me that anything.
All right, hold on, Mike. I like the guy, Al, from what I'm hearing about him. Oh, wait, no, Hawk is shaking his head no. I'm only kidding. He started shaking his head yes at me.
Look, I get Tourette's there for a second.
Al, why don't you give the guy a shot? Or get him in with Jeremy. There's so many shows here.
I actually met the guy, and he seemed very, very nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's what I'm going on. Another nice guy.
Yeah, we're not hiring nice.
Would you stay out of this?
We already did.
They hired you.
Al, let me ask you this. Be as honest as you can. Do some of these guys that we've been looking for that come in to interview, do they threaten you? Do you feel... No, I mean,
not at all.
physically. Do you feel threatened like, oh, my gosh, I can't hire someone who's going to outproduce me?
Not at all. Because that's a different thing than what I do.
What do you do? I'm not going to get into that. But I'll say this, Al, we will not talk to you tomorrow night, and you will not be on the show, and there'll be no talk about you other than to see if somebody got burned with acid.
Right.
That's the only thing I want to find out about tomorrow.
Did the mad producer get Jeremy Coleman's email address?
Yes, he did.
You hear that?
Yeah, I hear that.
All right, good.
I don't want a squeaky chair in here, Al. That's another thing of setting things up. Good. Now everyone's squeaking their chair.
They will
Fuzzy,
follow.
I don't know. It was up to me. We get rid of everybody.
You know, I would say tonight was at least cathartic, and maybe some things got cleared up, some things were aired out, but tomorrow brings no changes. I feel it.
Easy, Billy.
Dump it. Let's go dump it. Hey, Fez, I'll tell you what.
What?
Without a doubt, tonight, all the years we've been doing radio, most embarrassing night. From the O&A show on, and the fact that nothing is getting done here.
Yeah, nothing's getting through. I know that. And it's hard to imagine having to do this night after night, knowing there's no hope.
You think there's no hope, Fez?
That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. That nothing's going to change.
Al's done some good things, though. Number one, the night he wet himself.
That I liked.
Number two, the night he made out with a man before he broke the foosball table.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another night he was good. I dare anybody.
Huh. Another night he was good.
That's it.
Yeah. You didn't wet yourself any other times, did you?
No.
Damn. No, then that would be it. But you're not going to drink anymore, right?
Right.
So those foosball pants wetting days are over. And those were the good points.
Yeah.
Those were the good times. All right. 877-692-1027.
Seth, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Seth. Seth, are you there, buddy?
You're gone, buddy. Tommy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how you doing? The thing that's the worst about the whole situation is just Al Duke's smugness. You know, he's like, Jeremy's boy, and he feels he can't be touched. He's almost like your boss, like you're his bitches or something, and that's just really hard to listen to.
Oh, is that what you're thinking? I'm your bitch, Al?
Not at all.
And and also another thing, all the stuff that I've been listening to, and I love your show and all. I mean, it's a passive aggressive behavior, and I'm not trying to be like the horror king, but everything he does is based around him. Like, for instance, when you have best of shows, and every show is from the week before with Al Dukes on it, and you approached him on this several times, and callers have called up saying you're replaying the same thing over and over again. None of the old stuff is on ever. It's like Al's so threatened by like Joe Poo or other people he had on the show. I mean, it's just incredible. It's so obvious. It's been going on for months. You guys can't do a thing about it, which is disgraceful. And it's time, I mean, I don't. Ken Stevens has to get involved. Whatever the case may be, this is taking the show down. And obviously, it's affecting you guys. You can tell right away. I mean, Ron, you're ready to slit your throat tonight. I don't blame you.
Get me a sharp knife.
No,
you know what I mean?
I'm not getting you a
sharp knife.
I'm not getting you a knife. No. I'm just exhausted.
Tom?
I've never felt so tired. At 23, I never thought I'd be so tired.
23 is how wide your wrists are.
Rude and rude.
Can you get a size 22 pants over your wrist?
No.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, I have to tell you something. You guys are awesome. Who cares about Al Dukes? Who needs him? Who needs him? And I heard something before that made me almost cry.
What's that?
What's going on with the Fezatorials? We need
They're done.
Fezatorials.
No more Fezatorials.
Yeah, Al's going to Jeremy Coleman.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm 21 years old. My girlfriend is next right now. She's going to
2 years
cry.
younger than Fez.
Mm-hmm.
We need Fezatorials.
Obviously, Al's going to Jeremy Coleman to get them either banned or cut in half.
The Fezatorials are my favorite part of the show.
You never even heard one.
I know, but, at least I can get a little break.
That's not what they're for. All right, Al, if the Fezatorials are gone, you are then the Assistant Public Affairs Director.
What about an aleatorial? With the bitch you're doing. That's another thing you're doing, an aleatorial tomorrow.
All right.
So you got a parody song and an aleatorial.
Okay.
That'll be the bit.
That's your bit. You said you needed a bit idea.
Okay.
It's an aleatorial.
Okay. I can't wait on tomorrow.
Okay?
Yes.
And we'll see how easy everything is. It's obviously easy when Ron and Fez have to come in here with no help and crack the mics.
Anybody got a problem with the nature, Al?
I got no problem with the nature, Al. Woo! To your woo, Al.
Woo, woo!
That should be great.
Oh, boy.
That should be excelente.
Well, it was 4.5 frickin' hours of trying to beat him into submission, Fez, and I say this, I give.
Yeah.
I give.
That's me tapping out.
No mas. No mas, Al. I'll say this, dear baby Jesus, please don't let him find a foosball table. Please.
Keep all foosball tables away from him for the next 7 days. That is the deadline. Anthony from Opie and Anthony gave Al 7 days. Actually, we're heading into it.
And you know
It'll
what?
be 6 days in about an hour.
First time in our career, a whole show, not one laugh.
Nope.
The night of the tragedy, we had a couple of laughs.
You pulled it off, Al.
You did the impossible, big man.
Savor the flavor.
Call Guinness. Al's done it again.
Yep. Our entire careers. You've dragged us to the bottom. We're Ron and Fez. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 to do it again.
1027 WNEW. 1027 WNEW. Drive home with O&A. Drive to work with the sports guys.
They're actually thinking about this spring doing a women's pro football league. And I know you don't like these women, but let me just use it for the picture,
Tony
okay?
Saragusa with boobs.
Let's say you had
bigger boobs.
Pamela Anderson running the fly pattern against Carmen Electra.
What would that sound like when they're running?
Oh, you're such a dick.
Sports guys Blaine and Craig. Mornings 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here to tell you about the O2Go. It's oxygenated distilled drinking water.
Real purity, great taste, no aftertaste, without question. More refreshing and healthier than anything on the planet. O2Go, Fezzy. It's the only kind of water, Fez, and I drink anymore.
I'll tell you what, we down it in here. If you haven't tried it, you're going to be amazed at actually how smooth this O2Go goes down.
I think it's the extra oxygen, Fez.
It's the oxygen that makes it good. O2Go. Look for the original blue, the delicious calorie-free essence flavors, or their exclusive black sport bottle with even more oxygen for when you need it most.
It's the coffee replacement. You get that perk-me-up feeling without caffeine. It's called O2Go. Real purity, great taste, no aftertaste.
O2Go, it's the water that has set the purity standard against which all other waters will be measured. Distilled for purity, oxygenated for energy. It's O2Go, oxygenated distilled drinking water.
This segment of Ron and Fez is brought to you by Vintage Vinyl Records, New Jersey's legendary record store. Go to vvinyl.com and experience music from the obvious to the obscure.
Hey, let's talk cars. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What does a girl know about cars? Two things. One, I don't like the thought of being stranded by one. And two, Toyotas are about as reliable as vehicles get. And that goes double for Toyota certified used vehicles. Well, come on. Wouldn't it stand to reason that the best new cars make the best used cars, too? These vehicles get a 128-point inspection. I mean, could you even find 128 things to inspect? Then they add a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty from when the vehicle was first sold as new. And a year of unlimited roadside assistance. And right now, 5.9% APR financing for up to 5 years on any Toyota certified used vehicle. Tell you what, you don't need the girl gene to know that that's a bargain. So see your Toyota dealer. This offer won't last. And guys, if you don't know where your Toyota dealer is, please pull over and ask somebody for directions.
60 monthly payments of $19.29 per thousand borrowed for approved Tier 1 or 2 customers through Toyota Financial Services. Must take delivery by 10/101. See dealer for details.
There's an extreme sport that doesn't require balancing on a skinny plank of wood.
Bob, he didn't quite land that one the way he wanted to.
An extreme sport that doesn't require incredible feats of acrobatics.
Bob, he didn't quite land that one either.
Come out and experience extreme fun at the extreme sport everyone can play. Advantage Paintball. Find Advantage Paintball fields at Paintball Long Island in Coram, at Survival New York in Plattekill near Newburgh, and at Pinelands Paintball in Manchester, New Jersey near Lakehurst. This is the perfect time of year to play. Just try not to get splattered. But even if you do, don't sweat it. The next game will start up in a matter of minutes. Come alone or in a small group and we'll place you on a team. Come in a large enough group and you'll play as a team. Advantage Paintball is perfect for bachelor and birthday parties and even corporate outings. We supply everything you need. So come join us for a day of paintball, the extreme sport that's extreme fun for everyone. For information, call 1-800-FLAG-007. That's 1-800-FLAG-007 or go to AdvantagePaintball.com.
If you think you've seen some wild rock and roll stories on VH1, you ain't seen nothing yet. Introducing Strange Frequency. Every week, different stories, different stars, different victims. Hosted by Roger Daltrey. Who are you? VH1 Strange Frequency. Rock and roll's Twilight Zone. Please don't do this. Every Saturday night at 10, 9 Central.
I think he's dead now.
Only on VH1. Another My VH1 Primetime weekend premiere.
Do you want to see history? Well, history is always being made at Yankee Stadium. The 26-time world champion Yankees host Cal Ripken and the Baltimore Orioles this weekend in the Bronx. On Friday at 7:05, fans 14 and under will receive Part 2 of the Yankees comic book series sponsored by Deer Park Spring Water. Then on Saturday at 4:05, fans 14 and under will receive an Adidas duffel bag. The series closes out on Sunday with Kodak Fan Appreciation Day. Sunday's game is sold out, but there are tickets available for Friday and Saturday's games. Don't miss your chance at being a part of history. For tickets, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 212-307-1212. That's 212-307-1212.
This Thursday, go inside the secret world of the CIA.
Every day we're not in the news is the day we've won.
Agency, premiering after CSI, CBS Thursday.
You wouldn't believe Jim last night. He was amazing. Really? I didn't sleep a wink. No.
It seems everyone's enjoying new extended pleasure latex condoms from Trojan. The only condom with a special climax control lubricant, so you can go the distance.
Could you stop at Randall's house?
Been there.
Gotta run.
New Trojan extended pleasure latex condoms. Trojan, the most trusted for longer lasting pleasure.
Hey, this is Matt Pinfield coming to you from the music department at The Wiz. People call me the Music Wiz. They always ask me what's hot in music because I know the artists, I interview them, I hang with them. They call me a walking, talking music encyclopedia. So get into my head and check this out. 1966 was the year garage rock broke big in America, when the radio was ruled by one-hit wonders like the Count 5, the Music Machine, Blues Magoos, and the Syndicate of Sound. Today, garage rock is back in a big way. How cool is that? When you go to The Wiz, you'll find my personal picks on sale at incredibly friendly prices. So if you're a music lover like me, look no further. Because if it's hip, if it hops, if it pops or rocks, you can always get it right at The Wiz. Don't miss the very happening Cave Stomp Garage Rock Concert Series presented by The Wiz all summer long at the Village Underground. And don't forget to enter your band in Little Steven's Cave Stomp Garage Rock Band Search. Drop off your original song demo when you check out the new garage section at The Wiz, where every garage CD is on sale for $13.98 or less.
Are you ready for what's ahead?
I've got a fast mind. I move at a fast pace, and I'm looking for something that's going to put me on the fast track. No looking back. Step up to your future. Call 1-800-USA-NAVY or log on to Navy.com. Navy, accelerate your life.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
No, they call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
What do they call a hot dog?
Don't know. Didn't have a hot dog. Had one in Iceland, though.
In Iceland?
Yeah. Pretty good, too.
Good hot dogs in Iceland?
Yeah.
I look stupid to you?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's the truth.
What were you doing in Iceland?
Dog sledding, glacier touring, snowmobiling, horseback riding, relaxing in the giant outdoor heated blue lagoon. See, there's this midweek madness package, 3 days and 2 nights for $339. And dig this, you wouldn't believe the bars and clubs there.
Oh, man, I'm there. Is it cold? I mean, it is Iceland.
No colder than here. Hey, you ever put mayonnaise on French fries?
Midweek Madness includes airfare and accommodations. Call Iceland Air Holidays at 800-779-2899 or visit IcelandAir.com. Rates are per person, double occupancy, and do not include taxes. Some restrictions apply.
In their selfless dedication to mankind, White Castle has resolved the dilemma that's haunted people since the dawn of modern civilization.
Hey, who ate the last White Castle?
Introducing the new Crave Case. 30 delicious burgers in one big, beautiful box.
It used to be that we'd be eating with family and friends, and the burgers would get low.
Yeah, we'd go after that last White Castle like linebackers on a fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, like long-lost relatives on a lottery winner. Like a pack of Cape hunting dogs on a disoriented gazelle.
Now, with the new 30-burger Crave Case, there's always enough for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry they did that pile driver on you, Grandma.
That's okay.
No more brawling over the last burger.
Okay. Now it's a battle for the most burgers.
Need to feed a group of really hungry people and still have enough to satisfy your own enormous craving? Then yeah, you're one of ours. Bring home the Crave Case today. It's new from White Castle. What you crave.
If you're severely overweight, 100 pounds or more above the weight you should be, you're at extreme risk for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, lung, joint, and other disorders. All of your bodily systems are affected as you spend thousands of dollars each year on medications. Dieting rarely works and often leads to even greater weight gain. Doctors at Staten Island University Hospital, treating obesity as a serious disease, performed gastric bypass surgery to restrict the size of the stomach and modify the digestion process. Those treated report significant and lasting weight loss. More importantly, their health improves as the stress on their bodies fades away. And monthly meetings with dietary experts help them maintain a satisfying lifestyle. If you thought your obesity was hopeless, think again and call Staten Island University Hospital for more information. Call 1-800-777-2880. They'll arrange for you to speak to others who have lost as many as 200 pounds. Call 1-800-777-2880. Staten Island University Hospital is a member of the North Shore LIJ Health System.
I'll have a 6
16-ounce soda?
I'll have a 48-ounce bucket of cola. Notice how we're drinking more soft drinks than ever?
Yeah, I'll have a drum of pop.
A lot more. And probably not brushing right after. Chew on this. Chewing Trident after sugared soft drinks can actually help prevent cavities from forming. When you're not free to brush...
Can I just stick my head under the spigot?
Chew on this. Trident.
From 20th Century Fox and Regency Enterprises, Academy Award winner Michael Douglas.
Who is this? What's your worst fear, Nathan? We have your daughter.
Joel Siegel calls Don't Say a Word excellent. And Larry King says it's a masterpiece. A thriller to end all thrillers.
I want something from your patient. She has a 6-digit number locked away in her troubled mind. I need that number. You need your daughter back.
Elizabeth, my name is Dr. Conrad.
She's been in and out of institutions for 10 years.
I need you to help me.
You want what they want, don't you?
The answer's right in front of you.
You can't just flick a switch in the girl's head.
Don't show fear.
I will get you the number.
Don't question.
Is it a telephone number?
No.
Is it a code?
You want what they want.
Is it a place? What is it?
I'll never tell.
I want to see my daughter. Michael Douglas, Don't Say a Word. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Friday, only in theaters.
Hey, let's talk cars. Oh, I know what you're thinking. What does a girl know about cars? 2 things. 1, I don't like the thought of being stranded by one. And 2, Toyotas are about as reliable as vehicles get. And that goes double for Toyota certified used vehicles. Well, come on. Wouldn't it stand to reason that the best new cars make the best used cars, too? These vehicles get a 128-point inspection. I mean, could you even find 128 things to inspect? Then they add a 6-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty from when the vehicle was first sold as new. And a year of unlimited roadside assistance. And right now, 5.9% APR financing for up to 5 years on any Toyota certified used vehicle. Tell you what,